Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is episode 84 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, actually.
Good.
I've had a great week. I have a new chair that is very comfortable and definitely not broken.
Nice.
Like the other one was.
How'd you get the new chair? Did you take a trip to Staples?
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
And I've been playing a great game, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I found my new favorite ritual.
Oh?
So let me explain. I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole, as you do.
Okay.
And I ended up on the article for mandrake, the root that's like really poisonous and kind of looks like a dude.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so people, were really dumb in the past. And
they're really dumb now,
Yeah, there's people are still really dumb. But people used to think, oh, that means it has magic powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people would come up with all sorts of rituals for how to handle these magical objects. And there was a mention in the Wikipedia article, some Greek guy described the ritual for safely removing mandrake as drawing 3 circles around it with a sword, and then facing west and cutting it with the sword, and then as you lift it out of the ground, say the nastiest stuff about sex that you can think of.
What?
Yeah, that was my reaction. So naturally, my first thought was like some Greek dude 2,000 years ago squatting down in a field and like pulling up the plant, like Mario does in Mario 2, when you're pulling out the rutabagas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then just saying like some really heinous shit, like, I watched a dog fuck your wife, or something.
Whoa.
But then also having to do that like over and over and over again as he collects all of them. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? That's awesome.
So that's what your ritual is now?
That is some Greek philosopher like bullshitting people for fun. Because there's no way anybody could think of like, oh yeah, just say some filthy ass shit about sex. Just be the nastiest little pervert you can be while you pull it out. That'll work.
While you pull it out. That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah. That's why I think it's got to be like some Greek dude taking the piss.
Perhaps literally. Yeah, I think it's funny because I think like a lot about this because I like time travel and I like history and I like all this kind of stuff, right? And 1,000 years from now, people are going to look back and go, "Why the fuck did these idiots say 6, 7?" you know what I mean?
I mean, people are wondering that right now.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's just like, yeah.
No, it's going to be more like, can you believe these fucking morons took liquid dinosaurs out of the ground and used it as fuel?
Yeah,
that's... Like, the sun's right there, assholes. It's giving you free energy. Go get it.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, anytime I think about global warming or the crazy shit that's going on in the world right now or anything like that.
This also assumes that we'll be around in 1,000 years.
Yeah, exactly. My first thought whenever this shit comes up is Star Trek First Contact. Have you seen that movie?
Oh God, yeah.
With what's his name? Cochrane. With Cochrane.
Yeah, Zephyr Cochrane.
Zephyr Cochrane, and the whole thing about like World War III, and then like the species waking up because of aliens arriving, and like all this stuff. I'm like, we kind of fucking need that right now,
Yeah.
Although I don't think we'd handle it very well, quite frankly, with the people that we have in power. So maybe not.
No.
Maybe it's not a good time. But yeah. Well, I'm good. I'm glad you had a great week. Mine was fine. It was fine.
Okay.
Busy, doing shit. The weather today is fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I got up to go grocery shopping and took Dante to the vet, who's sleeping right now because anytime he goes to the vet, he's out for the rest of the day. He hates it. Yeah. it was like overcast, but kind of warm. Like it was weird. And then I go back out a third time, and all of a sudden it's snowing like flakes the size of a softball. It was like it was coming. Like I looked out the window back here at one point. Oh, it's really windy out now. You can see the bushes moving. And there was so much fluffy snow. It looked like the bushes back here were just covered in cotton. Like like just like a pillow exploded. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was like 3 inches dumped in a very short period of time, and now it's all gone already. Because now it's warm again. It's fucking weird, man.
Yep.
Hashtag global warming. It's a thing. Or the Ice Age. One of the two. Maybe both. But we're all dead.
Yep.
This is why I'm not having kids. I don't want my kids to live in this world. It's doomed. It's absolutely doomed. I can't do it. Well, on that light note, let's get to housekeeping and corrections. As always, if you want the podcast edition of the show, go to YouTube Music, where you can subscribe to the video and or audio edition of the show. And don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description. And patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us $1 US once a month. That's it. To help support the channel. We greatly appreciate the support. Let's get into what we're playing. Andrew's been playing one of my favorite games of all time. I can't wait to hear what he says.
So the first thing I actually played, of course, was Rune Dice. I downloaded that immediately after we finished last week's show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much to say about it because you've already played it, so you know. And it's fine. Although I swear to God, that game cheats. Like I will get battles where it's just nothing but crappy dice layouts, but then also ones where it's nothing but good dice layouts.
It's definitely RNG.
Yeah, but it's like it seems to affect the entire battle and not just the specific round where the new dice are thrown out onto the table.
I looked at I looked at the developer's commentary from the feedback on the demo, and he's like, "Yeah, the RNG is a little maybe too RNG, and maybe I need to step in." And
it seems to go to either either makes things really easy or really hard, and there's not much in between.
There's a lot of roguelites like that it's really tough to find the balance between it feeling random and also not being stupid difficult. So I don't blame anybody who gets a roguelite wrong, because that's a fucking hard balance to achieve. And
I'm just hoping that they'll figure it out before the finished version. Because sometimes it's comical how obvious it is. I mean, it's obviously nothing's ever going to be as obvious as the cheating in Puzzle Quest. Remember that where the computer would clear a row, and then it would the random gems that dropped from the top of the screen just happened to be ones that would give it like a 5-stage combo.
I'm actually going to talk about something like this in my What You Playing segment, so we'll get to that.
Okay. So I played a bunch of that, and but then I got on to the thing that I've been playing most recently, and that is the Tomb Raider reboot from 13 years ago. Because I've never played it until now. And boy, was that a mistake.
Yeah, man.
I had no idea this game was good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I had absolutely no fucking idea that this game was good. I mean, I know that people liked it, but people liked the old Tomb Raider games as well. And those weren't really good. They were technologically impressive,
but not gameplay fun-ish.
Gameplay-wise, they were kind of bad even at the time.
This one, though.
But this game is fucking great.
Yeah, man. It's one of my favorite games from that generation.
How did I not know?
You gotta listen to your brother. You gotta listen to your brother.
These years without knowing. This is, first of all, it's easily the best Tomb Raider game.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't played the other two in that trilogy yet, but so far it's fucking incredible. Also, they merged Tomb Raider with like Far Cry 3 and Resident Evil 4, and it works really, really well. And there's also some Metroid in there.
Yeah.
Because like
you could backtrack.
I've seen things where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to light that on fire, but I can't get over there. I'm probably gonna get fire arrows. Guess what I got today? I got fucking fire arrows. So Like you go back to old places because it's open world as well, which I didn't know until you told me.
Yeah, I would call it open zone.
Well, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's not open. It's more open zone in that
Mhm.
some areas you go through are just story areas and you can't go back after because certain
Yeah,
things happen. How
yeah.
far have you beat it yet, or are you just really deep into
No,
it?
I just I'm in the burning temple.
Okay,
Um and I don't know how far that is, but
not far.
I'm thinking it's about like 50% or so because that's about
40,
what my
55.
completion percentage
Mm-hmm.
was. Although I don't know if completion percentage is like stuff you found or like story completion.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
the in-game one, right?
yeah, I forgot to turn my phone to silent. Hold on.
It's okay.
Let me just. There
It didn't
we go.
appear on the mic, which is good, nice.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this
Um,
I love this game. It's great,
but dude, it's so much fucking fun.
dude. Yeah,
Um, and also like this is a 360 game. It looks amazing. I mean,
you
obviously,
you might be
I'm
playing
playing
the
the PC.
definitive edition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. I'm playing the PC version with everything cranked, so it's obviously it's better looking than it was back then. But like, I'm not
It's
just
aged
talking
well.
about like I'm not just talking about like texture quality or stuff. Like I'm talking about like character models and animation and
Mm-hmm.
like effects work is all really good. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen stuff in there that like impressed me today that
Mm-hmm.
would have blown my mind had I seen it 13 years ago. Like when you're in one of these like really tight caves where there's it's usually when you're wading through water and you've got the torch and you're nearly brushing up against the ceiling. In any other game, the
I know where
torch,
you're
the
going.
fire would just clip through the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
right? It actually like, kind of spreads out
Yeah.
along the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's not perfect,
No.
but it's from 13 years
Yeah, it's a
ago.
360 game.
Yeah, and like I still don't see a lot of games doing that kind of stuff. But
Mm-mm.
for a game to do that 13 years ago on the 360 or the PS3, like damn,
I know, man.
it's really impressive.
The best part for me about the game that keeps me coming back, because I played it like 3 or 4 times at this point because I just love the game,
Mhm.
is how it feels to play. The controls just feel
Yeah,
great. The jumping feels great. The gunplay feels
yeah,
great. It feels good in your
yeah.
hand, you know?
It feels really clean. It doesn't have that so the original Tomb Raider games were basically like Prince of Persia in 3D, but not
Yeah.
like good the way
Very
that
stiff.
yeah, because that's what the 2D Prince of Persia games were like, and it worked there, but when you throw a third dimension into that, it's kind of difficult.
Yep.
Um this just like it controls so well. The animations are really smooth. I only saw one moment where it was like, okay, they're obviously guiding the animation to latch on, where I made it far enough, but not quite far enough, and Lara just kind of like she flew like an extra inch or two to reach the ledge, like
Hmm.
a little bit sideways.
Yeah. But it
But
makes the
like
game
that
feel
was
better because you're not pissed for missing
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
crap, you know?
Yeah, but like considering the number of ledges I've jumped onto this game, hell, considering the number I jumped on within like the last hour, because I stopped playing it to get ready for the show about I don't know 45 minutes ago. Um, like the fact that I only saw one that looked kind of jank is really impressive.
Oh, yeah,
Also, the
man.
weather effects in this game look awesome.
Hmm.
Like that snow looks great, and the rain looks great, and it also does a thing that I love when games do, which is when you look up at the direction the rain is falling from, it
It
actually
changes.
splatters
Hmm.
instead of just running down in drops.
Hmm.
So it actually looks like you're looking up at the rain through like glass.
Yep.
It's really good.
It's really
Like
good, dude.
everything about this game is so great. Well,
Hmm.
except for one thing, I was having a stupid crash, but it turns out that's just Tress effects, which, like,
Okay.
okay, fine. I don't need the hair to look, like that. The default hair physics look fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but
this is close to a 10 as you can get. Like,
yeah, yeah, this is. I mean, there are a few moments where I'm like, come on, guys. I cannot tell you how many times I got insta-killed while doing one of those, oh no, I'm going down a slide
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I happened to be in the same, like, zip code as a hazard. Like,
Yeah.
I bumped against a wall. I didn't bump against a spike, but I bumped against a wall that I guess was near enough to a spike that the game was just like, nah.
Yeah.
And it was
When
it,
they were
it
advertising the game, part of the I don't know if it was on I assume it was on purpose, but part of the selling point was the
they want
violence.
you to feel, yeah, they wanted you to care about
Yeah.
Lara and feel bad for her.
Mhm.
Also, on that note, Jesus Christ, she gets the shit kicked out of her by everything in this game. I don't think I've seen a main character this tormented since I saw The Passion of Christ.
Well,
And we all know how that story ends.
to be fair, this came out after Uncharted, and Nathan Drake takes a fucking beating in those
I
games
guess,
too.
but like every single thing that can go wrong for Lara
Oh
does.
yeah.
Like the
Oh yeah.
floor always falls out, or there's always going to be something that breaks.
It's a
You know,
little video gamey in that way of like
it's a
if this
little
was
video gamey. Like,
in real life, this she'd be dead 1,000 times.
oh yeah, she'd be
Like,
fucking dead.
yeah.
I mean, she has not patched up that hole that she got from the beginning of the game,
Yeah.
where she landed on that piece of rebar.
Yeah, that
It's like,
should have killed
girl,
her.
you got a hole in you. Well, technically, you got two holes in you
Yeah.
because it came out
Came
the
out the
other
other
end.
side. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and
she
I'm
should
just
have
like,
died from that.
is she gonna patch that up,
Yeah.
or is she just gonna, tough it out?
It's a little far
Uh,
fetched. Yeah.
it's a little more than a little far fetched.
Yeah.
But like, I remember this one spot where I saw a rope that I could, the ropes you can slide down or sort of crawl up them.
Mhm.
I saw one of those, and then I saw a wall that was clearly one of those. This is a rock climbing wall, and I said, well, somebody's going to cut that rope when I'm halfway up. And sure enough, I hop on there, and 2 seconds later, a guy starts hacking at it with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a video game.
It's very video gamey.
I've had a lot of moments like that, but there's also some clever puzzle solving in it as
Yes.
well. Like
Yeah.
I've seen puzzles that fake you out, and then there was even one that double fakes you out.
Mhm.
So there's a puzzle where it's like, oh, I gotta swing this thing to hit this bell so it'll fall through the floor.
Mhm.
And it's like, nope, that's not what you got to do. Oh, I gotta open these shutters so that the wind,
wind
blowing
comes through.
will push it far enough to hit it. No,
Mhm.
you have to use that thing to take out the pillars and then use it to knock down the bell. I was like, ooh,
Yep.
making me think my way through this. Good job.
Yeah. And
It is.
I love the
Go
optional
ahead.
tombs in the game as well. They
Yeah.
have good
So
puzzles too.
one thing that bothered me about that is because this is the definitive edition, I got all the DLC content, which meant I had to like confirm my
Oh.
way through like 20 text boxes when I first launched the game.
Yeah.
But also the DLC tombs are meant for when you have everything.
Mm.
And I did one not knowing that. I was like, oh, this is one is right at the beginning of the game. Surely I won't need it. I spent like 15 minutes going, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I've tried everything. And I looked up online. Oh, I need a gun that I don't have yet to blow
Gotcha.
through a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Um, yeah, like I've been having a ball with this.
Yep.
I found myself talking to Lara.
Oh.
Like when she does something dumb, I'm like, no, don't do that, Lara. That's a bad idea. You just fucking climbed up a thing that looked exactly like that and it broke. Don't go for that again. Oh, of course you did. Okay. Well, you only have yourself to blame. No, Lara, don't run down that hallway. That looks exactly like the hallway where the floor broke out the last two to end. You're down again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
very
also
gamey.
I really appreciate how there's a lot of not really puzzles, but like platforming challenges
Oh
will
yeah.
have two solutions
Mhm.
where it again very video gamey, but it works. Where you have like, here's the direct easy way to do it, and here's the more complicated, more challenging way, but you'll be rewarded with like goodies if you do it like this.
Mhm.
And also like just finding your way through places and finding all the treasures in them. Like when you get to that helicopter where now is apparently the time where she needs a first aid kit and not all the
Yeah.
other times before.
Yeah.
So you go to the helicopter to find one. And
then you
then
get like
you get
surrounded, right?
ambushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get ambushed, and there's like this shanty town, and there's so much shit hidden in there, and you could just go straight to the end and skip all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like upgrade components
Mm-hmm.
and like those collectible documents and stuff.
Yep.
There's a bunch of alarms that I guess I was supposed to disarm. Not that it mattered. There were a bunch of there was a challenge called Laid to Rest where you have to shoot down these guys who've been strung up, like pull their
Mm.
bodies down from display, but then she doesn't do anything with them. Like, Lara, I don't think that's laid to rest. I think that's just laid on the ground. I mean, I guess it's better than being hung up
Better
as
than
some
being
sort of
hung.
effigy, but
Yeah.
damn, girl.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
And the thing about the game's like collectibles and the upgrade stuff is that you want to seek them out because it's just fun to play the game. So it's like you want to
it's super
explore.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that game, man. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
and she has shit to say about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's not just, oh, you found a treasure. It's like, oh, you found this like 18th century medallion, or you found this like ancient China. Oh wait, no, it says made in China on the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess it's a fake.
Yeah.
And I remember that one because I was like,
Clever.
technically, Lara, even if it was genuine, it would still be made in China. That's what makes it Chinese.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, no, they put a lot of effort into all the small details
Put
and
so much effort into this.
Yeah, it's
like
great.
I was super cynical about this game all those years ago. I figured it was just going to be, oh, we're rebooting it to cash in on the name and people will buy it because Lara Croft has big titties. Man, I was
which she doesn't
wrong.
in this game.
I mean, they're pretty big. They're not the colossal like pyramid tits that she had
No,
in the
they're
PS1.
not. They're not the triple
like,
Ds.
Like for a like an actual human woman, they're on the larger end of the spectrum. But like it's so fucking good. It's not just like the best Tomb Raider game. This is genuinely like such an amazing game, and I want to apologize to everyone who worked on it. I'm sorry I doubted you. I've never said like, oh, this game looks stupid, because I was just like, oh, whatever, I just won't play it. I should have given it a shot, because holy shit, this game is great. But the amazing thing is, now I've got 3 of them to play. So like my year is set basically. Like I've got these. I know what you're gonna say. We'll get to that in a second. I got these. I got Resident Evil 7. I still have Final Fantasy 7 remake I got to finish. Like I've got so much shit to look forward to now. I am very happy. And I know you said you didn't like, what was it, Rise?
No. The third one, Shadow.
The third one? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'll see when I get to it.
I wouldn't say I didn't like it. It's just definitely the weakest of the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
just
honestly,
it's definitely
that's
weak.
fine.
Yeah, the second one. So for the longest time, I thought the first one was the best of the 3, and then I replayed the second one, and I was like, oh, this is better than I remember it. So I don't know whether they like smoothed things out after I had played the original version, or if I just wasn't in the mood for more Tomb Raider at the time, or what the case is. But I think the second one might be better. So I'm kind of interested to see what you think of the second one.
I'm looking forward to playing it then.
And it was a next gen game, so it was an Xbox One game as well.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of advantages.
Yeah.
But the third one just. I think, if I recall correctly, I think the third one was done by a different team, which,
Oh, okay.
Usually explains some,
Yeah,
oddities
the only
in a
thing,
trilogy.
the only thing about this game that makes me like recognize, oh yeah, this is a 360 PS3 game, is the sheer number of like caverns that I have to travel through one way or the other with no visibility to mask like it loading the next
Oh,
area.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is super common back then. And
yeah.
I mean, it's still a thing, but not to the degree that it was back then. And not to the degree that it is in this game. This game does it constantly.
Yep.
But, I mean, other than that, like, it's just, it is aged so incredibly well.
My only complaint against the game was Laura's turn from innocent explorer to mass murderer.
It was kind of abrupt.
Yeah, because she has this moment where she kills the first person, and she's like hyperventilating and all stuff, and then within the next like 5 minutes she's mowing down people, and I'm like, you guys could have gradually made that a little.
I mean, I can like get behind that. Like she's she's panicking. She's got to do it to survive, but then she doesn't really reckon with it that much. Although,
No,
admittedly, the game doesn't really give her much time to,
no.
because every single fucking thing happens in this game, just one after another.
Yeah, it's an action movie for sure.
It is, yeah. It's kind of insane how much this game just does not let up.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great game.
But
Love it.
yeah, it's fucking incredible.
So good. Yeah, I can't wait for you to play the second one. It's excellent.
I'm so happy with this game. I'm having a great time with it.
Good. Yeah, highly recommend Tomb Raider. It is.
Yeah, and I now also highly recommend it. Holy shit!
Yeah, even the multiplayer was good at the time. Honestly, I really liked it. I don't think it's running.
Does that
anymore.
even still work?
Nah, probably not.
Probably not.
But it was pretty good. All right. Well, that's good. Good shit. I don't have a lot to say this week. But I did finish Ghost of Yotei. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about it.
Sure.
I don't have a lot to change about my initial impressions because the game continued to be that for the rest of it. Like it's basically Ghost of Tsushima again. And that's not a bad thing, but it's also, when you finish it, you're kind of just like, that game didn't need to exist. It just really didn't. And I actually went back and fooled around in Ghost of Tsushima just for a little bit, just to kind of see, and it feels exactly the same. There's a few controller changes, but like, it's kind of weird that they played it this safe. I've never seen Sony do that for a very long time. They usually push the envelope and really want to make like leaps forward with sequels, and this is just not that. I wouldn't even call it Ghost of Tsushima 1.5. I would call it Ghost of Tsushima with a patch and a new story. Like it's so close to the original. One thing I did want to mention is, so I know it still sounds like I'm shitting on the game, but the game's still an 8. I give it an 8. It's still a great game.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's a game that plays exactly like a game that you like.
Yeah.
So it's more of stuff that you like. You were just hoping it would be
much more than that.
You would like.
Yeah. And there was a lot of, I wouldn't say letdowns, but like, for anybody out there who thinks that the wolf thing is like a big meaningful part of the game, no, it's not.
It's just get a dog.
You don't even get a dog. He or she, I think it's a she, just shows up with like basically anytime you have like there's like triggers that will trigger it to arrive.
Okay.
But it's a chance roll. So sometimes you get the help, sometimes you don't. Later in the game, you can summon him but again, only at certain times. So it's not a companion that's always with you. It's a companion that kind of just shows up to help sometimes.
It's like the mysterious stranger in the Fallout games.
Yeah, just like, oh, thanks for the help. Appreciate it. Which is cool, but you never really understand why. Like, why
it's just like
in
a
the
free
game.
bonus, and you can't factor it into your tactical planning.
No, you can't. And also, just story-wise, it never has a satisfying conclusion or reason for being. It's just there. They were like, oh, it'd be cool to have a wolf thing. That's basically what it feels like story-wise. The actual story itself with the main characters and all that, excellent. Much better than I don't want to say much better than the first game, but much more like it held my attention a lot easier. Again, the first game was there was a lot of talking and a lot of walking, and they fixed that with this game. There's a lot less talking, but all the talking they do is more meaningful and more impactful in this game. But the actual story is great. There's some twists and turns that I didn't see coming. There's also some twists that I did see coming, which were a little disappointing because I was like, oh, But the twists that I didn't see coming were great.
Sometimes a twist that you see coming is fine if it's like led up to correctly.
Yeah. Which
because I hate it when
it did, but I'll put it to you this way. I foresaw the end battle 10 to 15 hours before. Like, I was just like,
It was this like
oh,
I figured out that Sin was jacked within
um,
minutes kind of thing.
no, not quite that. It was just like, it's inevitable that this is going to happen, kind of a thing.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this would be a poetic ending, and that's exactly what happens. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm generally fine with that. I'd prefer that than like, oh no, we need to surprise the player. Let's do something that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'd be like, ooh, what a twist.
Well, it does
Oh
do
god,
it. It does do a
oh.
last minute twist that didn't need to happen. Unfortunately,
Oh, is that like the end of Wonder Woman? Is it that bad?
what happened at the end of Wonder Woman? No one cares about
Oh, have you
spoilers.
not
It's
seen?
old.
Yeah, you haven't seen Wonder Woman.
No, I have, I
So,
have, I have. I just don't remember because
uh,
those movies are just
um,
blurs.
well, the movie, the whole thing was like, no, the God of War isn't controlling us. We're humans are just violent, and we're the monsters. And then it turns out no, at the last moment, it was the God of War that was inspiring
Oh
World War One,
no,
and
it's not.
she had a boss battle with Ares.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like a twist as much as it is just something that happens that didn't need to. It didn't
Oh,
add
okay.
or take away from the story. Like, to me, it was just kind of like, really, you did that? Okay, all right. Like, it was supposed to be an emotional moment, and it didn't hit. That's kind of,
Yeah,
and maybe that was just for me. Maybe other people it hit really hard for. I don't know. I'd have to kind
yeah,
of look
that's
into it.
possible.
But for me, it was just kind of like cliche. Okay, whatever. Um, so it was kind of like there was really high points in the story where I was like, oh, that's cool, and like just some twists that not even like not Signs or Sixth Sense type twists, but like you expect when the mission comes, right, to take on the big baddie that you're currently going after, right? You're storming the castle, all this kind of stuff, and you expect to go in there, kill him, and that's the whole thing. But no, every time something you think is about to happen is going to happen, it doesn't. Something else happens, and
Oh,
there was a number of times where I was like, "Oh, that's fucking smart. That's real fucking smart. I like that. That's good." So it has
okay.
some good writing and some good unpredictable moments, but then there's other moments that are like, ugh, it'll fell all flat for me. It's kind of a mixed bag. Um, but I really enjoyed it. It's still an 8. It's still great. You talked earlier about games that feel bullshit in their
Yeah,
AI or randomly
games that
generation.
are yeah, games that are like definitely. I mean, look. Here's the thing: almost all games cheat,
Yeah,
right? Like it is ultimately it is a system by which you create challenge for the player, but the
some are just
objective
bullshit.
the well, it's not just bullshit. It's the objective is to never make it look like the game is cheating.
Yeah,
If you're gonna it's like when a dungeon master fudges the rolls to
yeah,
either help or hinder the player because the player's been having a rough time or they've been having it too easy.
yeah,
You never tell the players that you're fudging the rolls because
exactly.
then it's like, oh, well, right?
Yeah,
You got to make that shit invisible.
yeah, I completely agree. And that's a really good analogy. Um, there is a mini game in the game. I don't know if there was a mini game in Tsushima. There must have been. I don't remember what it was, but there's a mini game in this game. I think it's a real game, but I don't ask me what it's called. Japanese names, I can't retain them.
Oh
I just
yes, we
can't retain
know.
them. What's that?
Yes, we know.
Oh, okay. It's a coin flicking game. Maybe you know what it is, but basically you have a flat.
Um,
You,
oh, I don't know what the name of it would be, but there's a lot of coin flicking games in different cultures throughout
yeah, there
history.
is. So basically, it's
We
just a
used to
round
play one in
table.
high school.
Oh, shit. I have it.
The one, the one with the knuckles.
Yes. Shit,
Yeah.
I gotta remember. I have it.
I mean,
I
I
have
never
it
played it
somewhere.
because I wasn't fucking stupid. But
No, it's one with like I don't know. I'll look it up. But in this game, you have a round table. You have cups that are randomly strewn on the table, and then coins that are randomly strewn on the table. And you have to choose a kind of like pool. You have to choose a coin to flick at another coin, and the objective is to hit that coin without your coin hitting other coins or that coin hitting other coins. So you can't flick it into another one. If you do, you've lost that round and the other player gets to go. If you manage to just nudge it and it doesn't hit anything, you gain a point, and one of the coins, the coin that you flicked, gets removed from the board, and you get a point. And it's basically the first to 6 points wins. And it's complete bullshit. If you always get to go first, so if you can maintain all 6 in a row, you're good. You miss one, the other guy goes in and gets all 6 in a row every fucking time. It's so bullshit. It's like, what is the point if they never miss? They never miss. The only time they ever missed was in story-based missions where you were forced to play it. So they gave it to you. And I'm like, so I have to play perfectly every time in order to do this. And the prices that you have to pay to gamble to play against them are so ludicrously high that I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. I'm just not doing this. I need my money for other shit. I'm not risking it. Like, I think I played it like 3 or 4 times and I was like, fuck this. and it relies on the trigger. What do you call the fact that you can pull the trigger back slowly? Like, what is that? The hardware
sensitivity.
Yeah. So like, if you pull it back to like 25% and then let it go, it flicks at 25% in the game. So you kind of have to like feel how powerful the flick is. That's how you do the flick. So if you pull it all the way back and you let it go, it's gonna do like it's gonna shoot it across the table. So it's not an exact science. So it's very difficult. But fun, which makes me annoyed that it's so rigged. It's like there's just no room for error. There shouldn't be any room for error if you like manage to get to like the highest difficulty or like the best player in the game. But like the first and second players that I was playing in the early game were just pool sharking me. Just I'm like, okay, that's not fun. That's annoying.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. But yeah, if you like Ghost of Tsushima, you'll like this because it's basically the same game. Yeah. I think there was also the fact that this game doesn't have transmog in it is really annoying. I think the first game is the same. I don't know what they were thinking. You know what transmog is, right?
Yeah, or you change things to look like other things but still have their old stats.
Yeah, you can't do that in both games. I'm like, why? Some of the armor looks fucking sick, but then you look at the stats and the advantages, and you're like, that's not how I play the game. I don't want to play the game with like there's armor that gives you like better bow and arrow stuff, and it's like I barely use the bow and arrow in this game. I always use my blades, so I want a blade based armor set that enhances that stuff. But I like the look of the arrow sets. Why can't I look like that? It's just stuff like that just kind of pisses me off. I'm like, every game lets you customize your look. Why is this one not one of them? And again, I know it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, but it's still an 8. It's still a great game. And there's a lot of content. I didn't bother finishing a lot of the side content. There was one weird thing after the credits, and this is not a spoiler. After the credits, okay, now I'm trying to avoid spoilers. It allows you to choose a mission or like another quest. But for me, there was only one option to pick. And I'm like, why was there only one option to pick? And I'm trying to figure out if it basically was just stuff you missed. And it's like, here, we'll show you one of the things you missed. Because I picked it and it showed me the thing I missed. But then I thought back and I was like, how do I get back to that choice? So like, I can unlock the other stuff. So it wasn't really clear if it was giving me new stuff, like post-game content, or if it was just showing me something I missed. So I still don't know what that was. It was very unclear, and I can't get back to it. There's no way to get back to that choice. So I'm like, that's weird. But yeah, still lots of side content. I had my fill though. Yeah. Great game though. 8. That's all. All right, where are we? Oh, that's where we were. Andrew, do you know what time it is?
Is it Metacritic check-in?
Nope! It's letter time!
No, it is actually letter time.
It is actually letter time. So we have technically 2 write-ins this week. One of them I'm going to pair with a piece of news, but one of them I'm going to use for letter time itself. And it comes from our very own Sim31. He says, "Hey, Pope TJ and Andrew, I came across the uproar right now about the upcoming Crimson Desert. It just quietly added Denuvo DRM only 7 days before launch. The biggest uproar on X and Reddit and Steam is that Denuvo is known to tank performance, frame FPS drops, stuttering longer load times, CPU cache destruction, and sometimes even stability crashes or 24-hour activation locks. It runs at kernel level, can block offline play, and makes modding harder. Cracked versions often run noticeably smoother after they remove it. So my question is, why do publishers and devs keep slapping Denuvo on PC titles at the last minute when the downsides are so well documented and it clearly pisses off paying customers? Is it really about delaying piracy for the opening sales window and keeping investors happy, or is there more to it? And do you think the constant community outrage will ever force them to drop it for good?" And he,
yeah, it is for that opening sales window because Denuvo is not like a one and done. We've cracked it. We can crack all games immediately. It takes time, and that initial like that launch period is where they make most of their sales.
yeah.
So they'll put it there until they'll have it there for a while until they've got like all the sales that they're likely going to make, or at least the majority. And then after they drop off, they'll eventually remove it. This has happened with a lot of games where they've removed it after the fact. After the game's been out for
Yeah,
2 or 3 months.
he comments that Inzoi did the same thing.
Yeah. It sucks. I hate Denuvo for all the reasons you've listed. Because it's constantly checking. It's gunking up your game with extra activity that it doesn't need, and sometimes the performance hit isn't too bad, but depending on how they do it, it can be like really egregious. Like Resident Evil 8, I think, was doing it. Like during gunshots. I don't think it was every gunshot, but like 1 out of every like 10 gunshots, it would do a check. And so there would be a stutter in the frame rate every time it did that. And when you're shooting is when you need the frame rate to be smooth.
Yeah.
Because, you're obviously in combat. Yeah,
he says RE4 did it too.
Yeah, I hate this shit. I always have. I understand why they do it because, like,
do they really think that people that pirate the games aren't going to wait though? You know what I'm saying? How many pirates are they converting? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on what type of pirate it is. If it's the person who just wants to get something for free and they don't actually care about playing the game, it's more about the thrill of screwing over the man. You'll never convert those people.
No.
But if it's somebody who's like, oh, I was gonna pirate it, but I don't want to wait until whenever it is they decide to remove it. Fuck it, I'll just buy it now. Like they're probably gonna get a few more people.
I'd be curious to know like the actual statistics on that. Like, are they getting 1,000 people, or are they getting like 100,000 people? Like, I'm very curious what
It,
the difference is.
I mean, it's just it wouldn't be possible to measure that kind of thing,
No.
because there's so many variables. Because like, there's people like me who will just wait until they remove it before I get the game because I've got tons of other shit to play. I mean, I'm fucking playing Tomb Raider from 13 years ago right now. Like,
And you
I
still
can
got Mass
wait.
Effect to go.
Yeah, I can wait.
Yeah.
I'm a very patient person. Um, so, but like, I'll still buy the game. But I mean, there are also people who will just wait until it's cracked. I mean,
Mm.
it's how much are they getting versus how much are they losing? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the big
Um,
question,
they
right?
m- they must think that it's enough to justify it because there's no way they don't know that people hate it.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, and I don't like, honestly, I don't even think this is necessarily a developer thing. It might be, but I'm sure that just
More
as
likely a
often, if
publisher
not more
thing.
so, it comes from on high from a publisher who
Yeah.
says, "Look, we gotta do this." Um, it sucks, but like, I don't think complaining is going to do it because
Yeah.
I mean, I still go ahead and complain. Like, let them know that that shit pisses you off. But the fact that this has been going on for so many years, I think that either it maybe does have a net benefit to them, or at least they think it has enough of a net benefit that the complaints don't really get them. You would basically need to have like some sort of massive complete boycott of a game that uses Denuvo, and it would need to be very clear that that's the reason why nobody's buying it
Yeah.
for anybody to
Which is
change their
never gonna
minds, and
happen.
that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
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 'Cause there are people who are going to just be like, well, my computer's online all the time anyway, so who cares if I can't play it offline?
Mm.
I mean, you'll care once your internet goes down,
Hmm.
but you know,
Yeah.
people people, if they want stuff, they generally want it right now. And there are more of those people than there are of people who will wait until they've removed it before buying it, like me. So,
Yeah.
as long as they keep selling, they'll keep putting it in there.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Good.
again, like, I don't like it, but I'm fine with it as long as they eventually take it out. Because some games have it like really bad. Like with BioShock originally, you could not install the game more than 5 times.
That's
Like,
crazy.
if you register, because you had to like register the key, right, to install it, and if you installed it more than 5 times, it would say nope, too many installs. You'll have to
Mm.
buy another copy.
Mm. I
Which
think I
is
had that happen on a
insane.
game before, and I had to like
Yeah, they now
email someone, and
Bioshock for Bioshock they eventually changed it, and you could uninstall a copy to reclaim one of the installations, and I believe they just outright removed that eventually. Um,
there's definitely something weird at Take Two, um, or is it 2K? I think they're the same. They're the same. I think I don't even know anymore. Uh, Bioshock the collection, like the re-release remaster for, I think it was PS4 or PS5. I can't remember, but you can't stream that game. It just won't let you.
you just straight up what are they afraid that people are going to spoil a game from
Right?
2007?
I've never ever seen that before. I went to stream it and it says recording blocked, and I'm like when I play certain games, there's scenes that they will block.
Yeah, there are scenes that they will because they don't want spoilers getting out.
Yeah, or if it shows like your gamer tag or like some sort of sensitive information that they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
you probably
some of
don't
that
want.
stuff they'll black out. Yeah.
But the whole game, I
Yeah,
was
and
I
some
was
games
so
will come out
mad.
with a streaming embargo where they'll say like you can't stream beyond this point
Mhm.
because we don't want spoilers, or we don't want people just seeing the whole game right
Yeah,
away and not buying it.
yeah,
you know.
that's understandable.
Um yeah, as long as they lift that, like they advance, like, oh, okay, you can stream up to this point, you can stream up to this point. Okay, now you can stream the whole
Yeah,
game. Whatever. But yeah, just not letting you do it at all.
yeah.
That's weird. I mean, I guess there's probably nothing preventing you from just doing it directly instead of using like the console streaming function.
Oh yeah,
But
if I was to use OBS and everything, I could do it. But yeah, you
yeah,
can't
and
just
there's
can't
nothing
do
they
it.
can do to prevent you from like pointing a camera at your TV. That always
Yeah,
looks like shit, of course, but
Yeah, and I know that people they're not like doing copyright claims or anything on YouTube, because if you go on YouTube right now, there's let's plays of those games. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that. I think that was really
Yeah, it's
stupid.
very strange.
Yeah. But good letter. Thank you for writing in. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time for the Metacritic check-in. Starting with what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nobody knows. I don't know why it says jump.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be Pokopia.
Pokopia. We talked a little bit about it last week.
People are loving this game, man.
Yeah, I wanted to see if there was an update, which I don't have on me for some reason.
I'm seeing people gassing this game up all over social media. Like, everybody is just like, "Oh my god, this game is so amazing," and I'm like, "Really? Yeah. It's just
Dragon Quest Builders with Pokemon."
Yeah,
but apparently that's a really good combo.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, where'd my Metacritic stuff go? It just disappeared. No one knows. Okay, here it is. Good lord. Okay, so Pokopia 89 Metacritic score, 86 user score. So it's doing gangbusters.
Yeah, I honestly hope that this will inspire them to do more Pokemon spin-off games, because I usually enjoy the spin-off game. Like, these days, like I am not interested in trying to catch them all, man. There's too many all.
Yeah.
Back when it was Red and you had 150 Pokemon, it's like, yeah, okay. But like now there's 1,000. They don't even have them all in the game anymore. So
no.
Yeah, it's just nuts. But I fucking love Pokemon Snap. I've talked about that plenty. If we get another Pokemon Snap because they're like, oh, Pokemon spin-offs do really well, then I will be very, very happy.
Absolutely.
Or just, some other creative stuff.
I want to play this, but I'm not buying a Switch. Not yet. Maybe one day when it comes down. Maybe when the Switch 3 comes out. Because it's expensive as fuck. I just can't do it.
It is.
Also, why did the closed captioning turn on? No one knows. I don't have a video for this because it just popped up. The Metacritic just popped up for this game and I didn't realize it. But the Fatal Frame remake has hit Metacritic. Sitting at a 74 critically. 93 user score though. Early.
Wow.
Early. So it seems like people are having sort of similar, the critics are at least, are having similar complaints that I had about the demo. So it seems like the demo was true. So it's a little I don't know how to describe the frame rate. It just feels clunky. It just feels slow. It's weird. Maybe it's not the frame rate, maybe it's the feel, but it's
it could also be like the pacing of the frame rate, because sometimes you'll have 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, but the frames don't persist for the exact same number of milliseconds.
Yeah, it feels
you'll
weird.
have one that goes long, and then you'll have some that go short to compensate for it, but it doesn't feel smooth.
Yeah,
that is a problem that some games have.
Visually, it's still very pretty, very, very pretty game, but yeah, that frame rate bugs me, man, or whatever it is about the frames that is happening. So that's that. Marathon. It's all over the place. We don't really know at this point.
Yeah.
But it seems to be doing okay. Critically, early reviews 72. There's still a lot of critics that are just taking their time getting deep into this game and putting the hours in. But 72. 54 user score. I don't know where that's coming from. That seems low based on the amount of hype that is going on.
I mean, people...
I think it's just review bombing.
People have been saying it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like, not... I haven't seen anybody go, oh my god, this game is amazing. I've mostly seen people go, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are kind of comparing it to Arc Raiders in a way that Arc Raiders seems to be more PvE oriented and Marathon seems to be more PvP oriented.
Yeah, this is heavily PvP.
So, yeah.
I watched some footage of it and it looked fine, but again, it's just like it's a PvP extraction shooter. I'm just not...
It's not your bag.
Super interested in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying more Arc Raiders, and I don't know, man. Those two new arcs that they introduced make the game way harder. I don't know if I like it. Anytime I see one of them, I'm like, Just don't see me. Don't see me. Don't see me. Don't see me. They're a little overpowered. They need to check that a little bit. But that's Marathon. Next up is a sequel to a cult classic RPG. Maybe not cult classic, but a cult RPG. Greedfall, The Dying World. Greedfall. I don't know why they didn't call it Greedfall 2, but it's Greedfall, The Dying World. Early reviews.
Making a sequel.
Yeah, so Greedfall 1 was like a I want to call it like a Fable-like, I want to say, but with it was like a Fable-like. That's probably the best way of describing it, but not British humor and not humor, no real humor at all, honestly. Very much more serious in tone. Greedfall 2, The Dying World, or Greedfall, The Dying World, is a much different game. It is a real-time strategy game with like multiple team members and stuff. It's very different. Critically, it's sitting at a 66, which is basically about the same as probably what the first game got. I tried multiple times to get into the first game and I just couldn't. It felt like a B tier RPG, and in a world where we have Baldur's Gate 3 and everything else that's out there, it's like I don't know, man. I want to like it. I would have liked it in the PS3 generation, but today I just can't do it. But obviously they made enough money on that game to make another one, so
I guess.
But 66 early reviews. Next up is a game I've played before, Timberborn. It is it's on Steam only, from what I understand, but it is a city builder with beavers. And it is actually quite good. Critically sitting at an 85.
Oh.
So it's doing quite well. I played it in early access. I haven't played version 1.0 yet. But
it's literally beavers just like using human tools and stuff. Just pound away with that hammer.
Yeah. It's just an aesthetic, honestly. But everything's made out of wood, and you're using the river and you're using beaver-esque stuff, but there's tons of stuff that just makes no sense. Like there's like beaver zip lines, so you can get the beavers around.
There's a
quicker.
Beaver observatory.
Yeah, it's this is sort of the main feature of the game, where it's like the water can dry up, which you really rely on for power and a million other things, and making crops and stuff. So you have to like plan ahead to make it through the dry season. And you can also make dams.
Is the end goal to go to like beaver space?
I don't know what the end goal is.
Just regular space.
Just beaver space. Yeah, it's all about like water redirection, and it's cool. It's really good. It does get really fucking complicated in the late game though, and that's why I stopped playing, because it was like the resource chains, like you see there, like the resource chains just become so long that if you stop playing the game for like 2 days, you come back and you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
But for people who get absorbed into this type of game, I recommend it. That Factory game is probably very similar. Satisfactory. I really want to play that, but I know that I have to play it and it only.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Oh yeah, Toxic Commando. I
was actually looking at this today. It looked kind of cool.
Yeah, sitting at a 73 critically, which is about what I expected. I did play the demo. It's Left 4 Dead with vehicle, with that vehicle,
and like character customization, like skill trees and stuff.
Yeah, it's good if you like that kind of game. It's definitely better than I thought it was going to end up, which is a good thing. So hopefully it hits for people. I don't think it will. It's not coming out at a good time. When you're coming up against, Arc Raiders in its prime, Marathon just
this is very different than that. This is like it's like Left 4 Dead.
It is, but it's also a multiplayer game that's online only.
Yeah,
so it's
Left 4 Dead is a multiplayer game.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do well, be honest with you. I think it's gonna slip through the cracks, and then probably you'll hear 6 months from now the servers have been closed. But we'll see. Hopefully it hits because it's fun. Where are we? 2 more. Lots of games coming out. WWE 2K26 is out. Sitting at an 80 critically. No user scores yet. Too early. Lot of complaints about the microtransactions in this game. There's a battle pass, even though it's a freaking sports game. It's like, all right,
yeah,
guys.
and a yearly title at that.
Yeah.
So all the money you spend this year, guess what? It's not going to do any good when the next one comes out, and you'll have to start from scratch again.
Yeah, it's annoying. If they would find a way to make you be able to import your character from game to game, I might be enticed, but you can't do that. You have to restart everything every single time. It gets fucking monotonous.
Yeah, that's why I don't do the yearly titles of any kind.
Yeah. So that's that. And then a game that I'm kind of looking forward to, despite it being a genre that I don't go towards anymore, is Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's doing very well. 86 critically.
Ooh.
I think this game looks absolutely fucking gorgeous. Just beautiful.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Monster Hunter games do typically look really good. Like Capcom kind of pulls out all the stops because it's such a huge franchise for them.
Mm-hmm. And this is the side series that's not a Monster Hunter like, which is weird to say. It's like a rock paper scissors Pokemon type of experience. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's more story focused and
much more story focused.
About like just going out there and killing dragons.
Yeah. I played the second one for about an hour, and I was like, I kind of like this. It was a demo, and I was like, I kind of like this. I don't know if it's enough to make me buy it, but I kind of like this. This might be the one that gets me into it. I don't know. I might have to like pick it up at the library or something like that and give it a hearty go. And that's it for the Metacritic check-in. All right. Let's get into the news, which I also don't have up for some reason. I am vastly unprepared today, ladies and gentlemen. Vastly unprepared. But we're going to talk a little bit about Xbox and Sony and EA and a whole bunch of others. If you'll just give me a moment to pull that shit up. Because Xbox was at GDC this week, and they said some interesting things. Not a lot of interesting things, but some definite big pieces of information that I think not a lot of people are paying much attention to. That's good enough for now. So let's go forward here. Put this lovely loop on. So, as I said, Microsoft was at GDC and had a keynote speech about the future of Xbox. And there was a few things that came out of it. One in particular piece of information was kind of a big deal that, again, no one seems to want to talk about. But let's talk about these things in order. So they talked about what will power Project Helix. They've confirmed it will be powered by a custom AMD SoC, co-designed for the next generation of DirectX, next generation ray tracing performance and capabilities, and a GPU-directed work graph execution, whatever the fuck that means. The AMD FSR Next will also be included with Project Helix, specifically built for next generation of neural rendering. These are words that I don't know what they mean. Maybe you'll understand what some of these mean.
I don't know what they mean by neural rendering either.
No. Next generation. Yeah, next generation ML upscaling. I'm assuming that's resolution upscaling.
Yeah, that's how DLSS does it.
Yeah. New ML multi-frame generation. So again, that's like increasing the frames per second.
yeah, artificially, which I hate that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I've seen it a couple times, and
Well,
you
the
get a
whole
lot of.
reason that you're running the game at a low resolution and then upscaling it is so that you get more frames. If you're just going to generate frames, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Just run it at native 4K.
Yeah. Next generation ray regeneration and path tracing, neural texture compression, and direct storage ZSTD. That's a problem. So honestly, nothing like groundbreaking there. It's a lot of stuff that we kind of expected next generation to do, because current generation is kind of already doing it, just obviously at a bigger pace. What else we have here? They have canceled entirely and pulled the "This is an Xbox" advertising campaign. So
Yeah,
"This is an Xbox" is not a thing no
kind
more.
of fizzled out.
Yeah, it's gone. They've dropped that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely pivoting already with the new hierarchy, as it were.
Yeah.
They did say that the next generation of Xbox will be a new console, a new handheld, and additional accessories. So it seems like maybe then the first party handheld is still coming. We don't really know. They're still kind of being a little vague on that. But Project Helix obviously is definitely coming. Now here's the beefy thing here. Let me see if I can find the exact quote. Here we go. Alpha versions of the console will be sent to developers in 2027. Alpha versions of the new console will be sent to the developers in 2027. So I think our assumption of the new Xbox coming out in fall 2027 is way out of league. Way out.
I mean, it depends on what they mean. If they're just using alpha to sound cool and don't actually mean like prototypes, they mean development kits, then that's not.
But even if they're development kits, let's just
even
say
if they're development,
there's no way a game is releasing within 10 months of its launch. So there's no way they're releasing this thing in fall.
Unless they do like a quick port job.
But I mean, they're not going to launch a console with a couple of ports. They got to launch a console with some like.
I mean, is it that what the Xbox Series and PS5 did? Just a bunch of cross-gen titles.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah, so I'm thinking this generation has been extended till it might be 2029. I think PS6 and Xbox Series are way off. Which I'm both okay with and disappointed by. I'm okay with it because this generation has sucked, and if we give it more time, maybe it will recover, much like the PS3 generation did. But I'm also kind of sad about it because this generation of consoles really did promise us more than we got. You know, like when they were touting the PS5 and the Xbox Series, they were like ray tracing at 60 frames per second at 4K and even 8K for the PS5 at one point, which we're not even going to talk about that. When we don't really have that. Like, yes, there is a ray traced mode on the base PS5, but it is not as good as the ray traced Pro mode on the PS5 Pro, which still isn't good enough to do 60 frames per second 4K with ray tracing. So we're still like having to pick and choose. Would you like ray tracing at 30 frames per second, or would you like no ray tracing at 60 frames per second at 1080p? Would you like 4K and 30 frames? Like, they're still forcing us to pick, and I'm like, if you can't deliver 60 4K with ray tracing, wait. Just wait, because the next, like, these incremental generations are obviously a problem. They're obviously a problem. No one wants them, and that's why so many people from the PS4 generation are still playing PS4, because they're looking at the PS5 going, the real only upgrade that we got on the PS5 and the Xbox Series was the SSD. which
is not nothing. Those are fast as fuck.
yeah, it's
Those are
amazing.
NVMe drives.
Absolutely. When I go back and I play PS4 games, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this take so fucking
Yeah,
long to
load
load?
times are.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
I get that every day because I have 2 SSDs and 1 mechanical hard drive in my PC. And anytime I load something that's on the mechanical hard drive, I'm like, oh god. Oh god, I need to change this over. It's such a long wait.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean like relatively, like it's an objectively long wait. Like there's just a limit to how fast you can go with a spinning platter.
I'll put it to you this way. Anytime I'm playing a PS5 game and I see a loading screen, I'm like, I notice. Because like 90% of the PS5 games I play don't have loading screens. They might have like a quick black fade and then it comes back up, but there's no like spinning now loading icon in the bottom right hand corner that I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's snappy, man. I love it.
Yeah, the loading is so fast off of the solid state drives. Even just off like the standard ones. Like neither of my drives are NVMe. They're just like standard drives. They still go fast as fuck because they're able to go at the maximum speed that SATA allows for, which is fucking fast. Like my computer boots in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, mine too. I absolutely love SSD. It's definitely a meaningful upgrade that we got. Yeah. But we didn't get really any significant visual upgrade pretty much at all between the PS4 Pro and the PS5. We really didn't. So, you know, if they just do an incremental upgrade again, I don't think it's not, you know, even for me as someone who's bought every console that has come out except for Xbox One. It's the only one I haven't bought. And who could blame me for not buying that? You know, like there's got to be a reason to buy it, and if it's just an incremental upgrade, and I'm still going, why can't I do 64K ray tracing? Why can't I do that? I want to be able to do that. You know,
well, realistically, 64K ray tracing is not something you're going to be able to do for a while.
I mean, you could do it on PC with a good rig.
It's not going to be a locked 60 FPS.
I don't know, man. I've seen some videos of people
with
running
ray tracing. It's
yeah.
I mean, ray tracing is expensive, man.
Oh yeah, it's a beat. These rigs are like $4,000. Like these are like beast rigs. But even if we could get 60 1080p ray tracing, I'm good. You know, even if we could get that. But the fact that the only way I can get ray tracing on the console is by cutting my frame rate in half,
dropping down to like 30. Yeah, that's probably because they're using the integrated GPUs where it's like built onto the CPU die, which is cheaper because I think I paid like close to $900 for my GPU. That's more than the game console.
Yeah.
So now admittedly it was during that GPU shortage a few years back. So
things were more expensive. Yeah.
Things were more expensive, but like things are basically back up to that because of the RAM shortage now.
Yeah.
So like I understand them using the integrated GPUs just because they would be the consoles would be prohibitively expensive. But if you want to get that kind of performance, you do kind of need the entire dedicated GPU with its own dedicated RAM and not like pulling from the system memory.
Right. Yeah. So I hope that this is the case in 2029 is when we're going to get the next consoles. It could come fall 2028. It's possible. It still seems a little tight if people are only getting dev kits in 2027.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that if what they meant by alpha consoles is actually like re-release hardware, well, maybe they've had dev kits longer, or maybe the dev kit, maybe they're just like, hey, it's this basically the same thing as the series, so just dev with that, and then it'll run on, you know. It's like the series is backwards compatible with the One games because it's basically the same architecture and everything, just an upgraded version. Same with the PS4 to PS5. So maybe they can use last gen's dev kit as a starting point.
As a starting point, and then upgrade it.
Or who knows? This is just speculation. I have no idea. Their phrasing of alpha hardware is very strange.
Yeah, I don't
Because it doesn't
specifically know what they
actually
mean
mean
that.
anything. Nobody talks about alpha versions of hardware. They talk about prototype versions,
Mm-hmm.
but the terms like alpha and beta are generally reserved for software. So I'm really not sure what they mean by that.
Not sure either, but we do know it is a PC console hybrid. They have
Yeah.
reiterated that. The only other thing that was kind of interesting that they said, they didn't really elaborate on what they meant by this. But Ronald talked about game preservation, saying, quote, not only is this something that's deeply personal to us, but we feel a deep responsibility to preserve games of the past. He said, adding that Microsoft wants to use the latest technology to play old games in new ways. And then they mentioned Fusion Frenzy as a game that uh, was released when HD didn't exist,
Hmm.
and so porting it would be they don't want to port it ugly. I guess is what they want to. You don't want to play Fusion Frenzy in 480p. So I'm assuming what they mean is they're probably going to use AI to upscale some old
Well, I
games.
mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, they wouldn't even need to because, like, a lot of these games, and this is tech they already have. Like, you can run, um, like Morrowind on the. Forget if it was the Xbox One or the Xbox Series, but honestly, it might be both. You can run that game at like several times its native resolution, and it's not just upscaling a 480p signal. It is actually internally rendering the game at a higher resolution.
Mm,
That does mean that some assets are just going to be upscaled because they don't have higher resolution versions like the UI and stuff. But
mm,
I mean that's a thing that you've been able to do for a long time. Like you can play, like, for example, when I emulate PlayStation games on my phone is like crazy high resolution. I can run those games at 4 times their original resolution.
mm,
And they look nice.
yeah.
When I've also removed like the texture warping and the model flickering and stuff, which is not something you can do on PS1 hardware, but you know I can do that, so I choose to. It makes Road Rash 3D look real good.
They also hinted that the next Xbox controller will likely have uh, similar features to the DualSense, which is good because the DualSense feels amazing. So an Xbox
Mhm.
controller with some of those, feedback features and
And
no more batteries would be
and they're
nice.
all they're also talking about, but well, hold on. What do you mean no more batteries? Like the controller has to have a battery.
No, like no more, not double A shit. I hate it. I hate it. Just have it rechargeable. Yes, I have to buy a new one every like 7 years, but like for the love of God, I hate replacing batteries in my Xbox controller. I just hate it. Like even right now, if I go in mine, it's empty because the
Just
last time
just
I went to it, it was dead.
don't they sell a rechargeable pack for it, like a lithium ion cell for it?
Yeah, they did, but it already died too. So I was like, fuck
Well,
it, I'll
it
just buy
sounds like they
double
need to
A's.
improve their battery tech.
Well, it was third party. I don't think they have one officially. I don't think there's
Oh,
an
well, then they
official one.
should have one officially.
I agree,
I
100%.
had that for the 360. I like having the option to use double A's.
Mm,
That's why I always like, or one of the reasons why I prefer the Xbox controller is because like I can put on the lithium ion battery if I buy that, or I can just put in the double A's. I've got rechargeable double A's that I've been using for years at this point,
mm.
so
I
not really a problem to me.
I have a recharge station for my PlayStation ones.
Mm.
So when I'm done using them, I just pop them in there, and then when I go to play something else, I just pop it up, and so it's always charged. Don't have to worry about it. Much prefer that.
Yeah, I have 10 rechargeable double A's and I just cycle
Jesus.
through them.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
And that's about it from the keynote.
I cycle through them for everything, by the way. Not just I don't even put them in my Xbox controller. I just connect it directly to my PC.
Mm,
But like I use them for like my mouse or like remote control or anything else in my household that uses double A's.
yep. Yeah, that's it from the keynote. So not an incredible amount of information, but the big one I think that surprisingly people are not really taking seriously is that 2027 alpha version thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's pretty telling that the next Xbox is further away than we think it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people are really in the mood to buy new hardware.
No, I don't think so either.
Because it's all so expensive.
It's that's the other issue is maybe if they wait, they'll get past the RAM shortage and things will come down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And if the rumors are true, the next Xbox is supposedly a premium level machine, which means it's already going to be more expensive than assuming the PS6. So we'll see. All right, let's move on. Let's go on over to PlayStation. We got two PlayStation stories today. One is interesting. I know they've been doing this for a while, but it seems like people are just noticing for some reason. But Sony is testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
As first reported by PS Prices, Sony is allegedly running an A/B testing system that shows different prices to different users as part of an experiment. The report suggests that the test has been running since November and currently impacts 150 games in 68 territories. Blah 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Games thought to be part of the test include PlayStation published titles like God of War, Spider-Man, Helldivers 2, and Stellar Blade, with personalized discounts popping up during sales, offering discounts as high as 12.5%. Some third-party games have also been involved, including WWE 2K25, Space Marine 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and more, offering discounts anywhere from 5.3% to 17.6%.
What are these weird numbers?
Yeah, I don't know. It's clearly like an automated algorithm that's like calculating something. My best guess is the reason that they're doing this is to incentivize people who buy less often to buy more and take advantage of the sales. Which is a good and bad thing. It's good for people who don't play a super high amount of games because they're going to get a little bit of savings. But it sucks for the people that are loyal and buy a lot because they don't get the savings. Now, I will say that it's been a while since I've been like a constant buyer of games on the PlayStation Store because the prices are just so ridiculous nowadays. But like when I did the PS3 generation and even early PS4 generation, I was buying games on a constant flow. To the point where I remember they would occasionally email me and say, here's a $50 credit for the PlayStation Store. Thanks for being a loyal customer. That shit's cool. So I don't know whether they still do that. Because, again, I don't buy enough, I think, to get into that loyalty program, that hidden loyalty program that they used to have. So I can understand where they're coming from with this. But I can also understand how it would piss people off that are, like
it's like, where's my discount?
Yeah,
why is this guy getting it, not me? Like, I think it. Like, I understand that it could be advantageous if you happen to be one of those people who gets offered a discount. But like, the numbers you're talking about are so small. Like, not even 25%.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I come down on it. I'm like, it's not like these people are saving $50. They're saving $7.
They're saving like $4 or $5 maybe.
Yeah.
Which is not really very meaningful when games are costing $80, $90, $100.
Yeah.
So
yes.
And all you're gonna do now then, because you're not really giving much of an incentive to people when it's only a few dollars, and you're pissing off the people who aren't getting the discounts. I would say just do regular sales. Like Steam stuff
Which
goes on sale there. Yeah, but just do that. Just do that. Maybe pick more desirable titles.
Old School Legend actually brought this to my attention because someone on X had tweeted that on his account, not Old School Legends, but the guy who tweeted on his account, this game was $20, and then his wife logged in on the same PlayStation, and it was $5 cheaper, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Jesus.
So that's a little crappy because it's like you literally see it next door in the same you know.
Yeah, and then if you have multiple people in your household with PlayStation accounts, now buying games is not just, oh, I'll buy this. It's okay, everybody log in and see who's got the best
Yeah.
deal. Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. So that sucks.
just make it the same for everybody. Don't overcomplicate this shit. People are really sensitive about their money in general, but
Mm,
especially right now.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
Agreed.
for fuck's sake, there's a war going on in a major oil producing region, and that's going to affect the North American economy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Already
you
is.
know, people are really uptight about their money right now.
Mm,
Don't turn pricing into a guessing game.
yeah. Well, hopefully the test is just a test and they get rid of it because
Yeah.
I think it's probably not good. You know. Um.
Yeah, and I assume that they will probably end up not going through with this in the long term
Yeah, I think so too.
because this first of all, if they were committed to it, they would have talked about it. It would have been a big presentation talking point
Mm-hmm.
because that's just how it is with these companies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and because like it's a test, this is their time to see whether or not people will like it. And I've not really seen a lot of positivity about this. So I assume this is going to be a thing where they go,
Not
okay,
worth
we
it.
tried it. People didn't like it. We'll just not do it.
It's also going to matter how many people take advantage of those sales. Like they're going to take a look and
Yeah.
see how what percentage of people that was offered it actually jumped on the deal as opposed
Yeah.
to the regular deal. And if it's not high enough, then they're going to be like, well,
Yeah, and because it's like you're basically rolling the dice. Like, are you going to get a good discount on a game that you're actually interested in? Like, what are the odds of that? It makes way more sense when you have a consistent sale, and people can go, "Oh my God, this game that I love is like 40% off," and people go, "Oh, you've talked that game up a lot. I should go buy that," and then everybody can go do it. It's not like, "Oh, it's only 12% off for me," or "It's nothing off for me," or just make it consistent, because
yeah,
that way the word can get out, the hype can build for a really good game that's on sale for a really good price. That's going to drive way more sales than just hoping that the dice rolls in your favor.
yeah, or have like a loyalty program where every time you buy a game, you get $5 in credit to put towards
Yeah,
another game or something like that. You know,
yeah.
and that way you can like build up those $5 over time. Then hey, you get a free game. You know, or get a
Yeah,
discount on
and
a game.
like
You know,
I've used that before. I've
mm-hmm.
Nintendo's had that on the eShop,
Yeah,
like
the
basically as
coins.
long as the Switch has been a thing. Yeah, the coins.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never bought a full priced game with them because I don't buy it from the eShop to get that.
Yeah, but some indie
But
titles.
some indie I have bought, geez, now I'm doing it.
Button.
It infected me. I have purchased like a $5 or whatever, like a DLC or something with it. But the other thing that you can do, and this is actually something that I really appreciate that the eShop does. I'm sure other places do it, but we're talking about video games right now, is that you can say, "Oh, I have like $10 worth of coins. I'll spend all of those and then I'll make up the rest of the purchase price with money from my credit card."
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, "Oh, you have to wait until you have enough to cash them out." It's you can just cash out whatever the dollar value of them is and make up the difference yourself,
Yep.
which is great because most of the time that
It's like
kind of
having a gift
stuff
card.
you have to cash it out. Like remember with Microsoft points, remember how they were priced in such a way that
Oh
whatever bundle
yeah.
you bought was never equal to the price of
Mm-hmm.
something in Microsoft points, so you would
Yep.
always have some left over, so you
Yep.
could never actually get your full money's worth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I
hate,
hate
and I
that
think they
shit.
did that with Wii Shop points as well
Yep.
on
Yep.
the Wii.
Yep.
Yeah, so having this where you can just cash them out for whatever they're worth and make up the rest, that's great. Just do that.
Yep.
Just
100%.
fucking do that.
I don't know why these companies don't understand
It's
that
also not a loyalty program that you need to sign up for. It's
it just
there as
happens.
part of your Nintendo account,
Yeah, these
and you don't
companies
pay
that
extra
try
for it.
those, oh my god.
Yeah,
Like the
I
PlayStation
don't
Stars
want that.
program, that's gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just give it to people. And look, if that means that you give them a little less, then so be it. Because unless you buy all the time, it doesn't make sense to be paying for like a Costco membership. And then,
Mm-hmm.
although I understand like Costco apparently does have really good prices, but my point is Nobody wants to pay for something and then have to pay for something. Like if you had to pay, if you it's a subscription fee to use Steam and then still buy games, like nobody would have used it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just make the shit easy for people. Take the complication out of spending money,
just email
and
me
people,
like you did.
yeah, people just spend. They will spend when they see a good deal. You don't have to turn it into a guessing game. You don't have to turn it into a fucking flow chart or a spreadsheet. Just make it, the easier you make it for people to spend their money, the more likely they will spend their money.
Yeah. Yeah, I there's been some really good loyalty programs. I wish loyalty programs would stay. Like, I can't remember a loyalty program that exists today that existed 20 years ago. They seem to like make them. They sit around for like 3 or 4 years and then they nix them. And I'm like, guys,
I mean,
stop.
Well, I mean, there's like frequent flyer miles, like
I meant in the
miles.
gaming industry.
Yeah, in the gaming industry, because the thing is in the airline industry, when people spend, they always spend a lot because travel is expensive.
Yeah,
there's no such thing as a $5 flight.
$5 foot long. How much is a $5 foot long today? Probably not $5.
Probably not $5. Also, I wouldn't pay $5 for a foot long. Like hot dogs should not be that expensive. They're made of like
it's a sub.
All the garbage parts of the meat.
It's a sub. $5 foot long Subway. You remember those ads?
Oh, for the Subway, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of hot dog. Yeah, okay. For a submarine sandwich, that's a different story. That's actually a pretty good price.
Yeah. Definitely not $5.
You know why
anymore.
I was thinking of hot dogs? Because I was just talking about Costco.
Yeah, they got a lot of wieners.
Yeah. And those are at least in the States, they're $1.50. I don't know what they are here. They're still $1.50.
Yeah, I don't know. I go to Costco like once a month, and I should look. I never look at the prices. I just smell it. What? Oh yeah. All right. In other Sony news, in negative news on their part, a $2.6 billion class action lawsuit against Sony alleges the millions of UK PlayStation users have been subjected to excessive and unfair charges by Sony in a new anti-competition court action. As reported by the BBC, consumer campaigner Alex Neil accuses Sony of implementing a sustained strategy of excluding competitors by monopolizing the sale of digital games via its closed ecosystem. The result is that Sony can and does set the retail prices of all such content itself without facing any retail competition for digital content. It allows it to obtain monopoly profits from digital distribution, setting retail prices at what it refers to as its target margin of an excessive and unfair 30% above the level of the digital wholesale prices. He also stressed that as only one of its three consoles contains a disk drive, players are obliged to purchase games via its online store. That was a mouthful. If successful, the court case could see an estimated 12.2 billion British players, good lord, compensated for any and all downloads over a period of about 10 years, amounting to around $215 per consumer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Consumers will automatically...
That's more than when they fucking got hacked.
Yeah. What did we get when we got hacked? I think I got... Was it 5 free games?
It was like 3 free games out of a selection of 5.
Yeah, that sounds right.
None like the best thing I got out of that was I've forgotten it again. The
Uncharted
prototype game.
Oh, Infamous.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I owned 4 of the 5 games. So I was like...
and that was the thing, is they were games, like they were not unpopular games. It was just that they were games that a lot of people already owned.
Yeah.
So a lot of people couldn't really get anything they wanted out of that. I didn't own any of them, so it wasn't an issue for me. But I also I said, Infamous was fine, but I wouldn't have paid $60 for that game. It was just okay.
I think they also extended everyone's PlayStation subscription by however long the network was down.
They did that. Yeah. I also got Little Big Planet, which I played like 3 times and was like, okay, well, I'm glad I got this for quote unquote free. It only cost me my data potentially being hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good game.
No. Consumers will automatically be included in any judgment on an opt-out basis in the class action lawsuit. there's obvious reasons why they don't include third-party stores on their console. But
Yeah, it's a well, here's the thing. I don't know how likely this is to go through.
I don't think it's
I
very
think
likely.
people in the UK should get compensated anyway because they routinely get fucked on game prices.
Yeah,
They usually have to pay the same number of British pounds or a greater number of British pounds than the USD price, and the British pound is worth more
way
than the
more.
US dollar.
Yeah.
So if you're paying like 500 pounds, that's not 500 US dollars. And usually, if something's 500 US dollars, they'll get charged like 550 pounds or 600 pounds. It's
Yeah.
insane.
And it makes
They've
no
been getting
sense as a
fucked
digital
for
store.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It makes absolutely no.
Physical maybe makes sense. Maybe there's some sort of like physical problem in the pipeline.
I don't know if it's enough to justify that much of a
No,
price
I don't know.
difference.
I don't think so either. But I mean, look at our prices. We're getting fucked too. If you
Yeah, but I mean, the Canadian dollar is worth less than the US dollar.
Yeah, but
so.
if you convert $60, it doesn't convert to
Yeah,
$100 Canadian.
no,
Like,
no, we're definitely getting fucked as well, but we're not getting as fucked as the UK has been for years.
yeah.
Or Australia. Australia, they've been paying $100 for games for like over a decade at this point.
Yeah.
So, but
Fix it.
yeah,
Fix it.
yeah, fuck, I hate that shit, and I hope that Sony has to pay out just because of that, because it's insane that they overcharge so much for shit there.
Yeah.
As for like the merits of this case, I mean,
Maybe.
yeah, obviously they're not going to have third party stores. That's not really what their platform is for.
Yeah. Yeah,
As
they're gonna
as for setting retail prices so high, I mean, retail pricing is complicated, and I don't pretend to fully understand what all the relevant issues are for that market. I don't know
No.
what various laws might be in place there, so I can't really speak to that. But I honestly, just because they've been, and not just Sony, like other companies do this as well, but Sony has been pretty pronounced with their UK price hikes. Just for that, I hope they have to pay something out.
Yeah. I don't think anything will come from it either. Just based on the merit of them not having other
Yeah,
stores.
it's
It's
hard
that's not
to.
gonna happen, guys. That's not,
Yeah, class action lawsuits on the basis of that.
yeah, you guys are gonna sue Nintendo too?
It can be.
Because they'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you basically have to take this against all the companies that do this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know how successful this could possibly be.
Time will tell.
It's fucking. I don't think they should have to pay that much for shit there. It's insane.
Yep. All right, next up. Battlefield 6 is doing really well. Although the player numbers are lowering suddenly, probably due to Marathon. Even though it's been doing great, EA has laid off an unknown number of individuals from across its Battlefield teams, including Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motive. Individuals are being informed that the layoffs are taking place as part of a realignment, whatever.
Of course they are, because they're never going to say, "Oh, it's because we didn't make $1 trillion right away."
Yeah. As the team continues its ongoing live service support for Battlefield 6 following its launch, all 4 studios remain operational, though the layoffs seem to be impacting a variety of teams across multiple studios and offices. An EA spokesperson told IGN, "We've made select changes within our Battlefield organization to better align our teams around what matters most to our community," whatever the fuck that means. Battlefield remains one of our biggest priorities, and we're continuing to invest in the franchise, guided by player feedback and insights from Battlefield Labs, which is their player testing initiative. Battlefield 6 was the best-selling game of 2025 in the United States. It sold a record-shattering 7 million copies in 3 days and was the best launch ever for the franchise.
Wow. I didn't know it was doing that well.
Mm.
So why the fuck?
Exactly.
I guess it still didn't make enough.
Well, let's see. Battlefield 6. Nope, that's not at all what I want. Is Battlefield 6 not on Steam? Oh yeah, it is. There it is. It's got 40,000 players right now.
Yeah, that's a decent
and that's
number.
just on Steam. And I feel like Battlefield's probably more of a console game. So there's probably lots of PlayStation players playing that game. Its all-time peak was 747,000 people.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
pretty good. And
fuckload.
again, that's just Steam.
That's just Steam. How did Arc Raiders do? Yeah,
Wasn't Arc Raiders somewhere around the same?
no, so Arc Raiders is doing better than Battlefield 6 is now on PC. It's at 152,000 players playing right now. Its peak was 481,000 though. So its peak Battlefield 6 destroyed Arc Raiders, but it's
But it's
maintaining more.
sustained. Yeah.
Yeah, Arc Raiders is maintaining far more players. Which makes
Yeah.
sense because Arc Raiders has been kind of continuously doing updates, whereas Battlefield 6 is taking forever to do updates. They just
Also,
launched their first one.
The thing is that like there's a lot of Battlefield games, and some people might still be playing Battlefield 5 instead, because that's where all their progress is or something.
Maybe. Let's see how that game is. That the last one?
I think it was
Battlefield 5. 2,580 players. Its peak was 116,000.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot lower.
So yeah, there's really so what I'm getting is that there's absolutely no excuse for EA laying people off when this is such a successful Battlefield game.
Are we sure it wasn't one? Oh no, it was that futuristic one, that 2043 or whatever.
Oh right, because they did another futuristic.
Oh god, and that one's doing worse than 5. That one's down to 1,398 players right now.
Yeah, I never got the impression that people were into the futuristic ones because there was also 2142, and that like
I liked that one.
I heard it was good, but I mean, people don't really talk about it the way that they.
I don't even think you can play that one anymore.
Well, yeah, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be held in the same reverence that.
No, 42 was glitched to fuck. It was really bad. It launched in a really piss poor state. Not to say that this one's immaculate. It still has its problems, but
I kind of want to play this. It looks really fun.
I mean, you can play RedSec for free. Try RedSec.
Yeah, but don't I need to have an EA account for that?
I don't know. I mean, I play it on PlayStation, but
there you go.
My PlayStation account might be attached to my EA account. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure on Steam it's like you need to install Origin or whatever the fuck they call it now. Is it just EA Play now? I think.
Oh, maybe it's on Steam though. Although that doesn't.
Yeah,
mean
but
anything.
you still have to install. Like you buy it through Steam, but you still have to install EA's storefront and launcher, which means that it's not really on Steam.
It says it says Battlefield 6 does not require an EA subscription, but it does require an EA account. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So it's does it require you to install EA Play? Because that has been a thing in the past. Like Ubisoft does that.
It says on PC you do not need to install the separate EA app if you purchase the game through Steam.
Oh, okay. So then it's just for their online. Okay, well that I understand.
Oh wait, though it is required if you purchase it off the Epic Game Store, which you wouldn't do anyway. I don't know why.
Yeah,
why it's different.
Okay, so then it's not really on the Epic Game Store then.
No.
The like the EA account thing. If I played a lot of EA games as opposed to none, I could understand that because then it's like tracking your stats across multiple games.
Mm-hmm.
Like like how Steam does for your games. Yep. So I could get that if I didn't have to like install a separate thing, and maybe
give RedSec a try. Oh, you know what? Battlefield 6 is free to play from March 17th to an unspecified date. So if you end up wanting to try it, give it a shot. Ooh. And RedSec's always free, so you can play RedSec anytime.
Yeah, RedSec is like their battle royale thing.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's the one I play with Cole.
Yeah, it's super into battle royale stuff.
Neither was I. That's the only battle royale I have ever got into.
I'll think about it. It's probably going to need like 1 million gigabytes on hard drive.
Oh yeah, it's a huge game. Yeah, no doubt.
I hate that shit. I hate when they do that shit. Just tell people with fucking mechanical hard drives to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because that's why they do it. They store copies of the same data in multiple places so that you can get at it faster. If
Call of Duty's the same way.
Like so many games are like that. I hate that shit. It's fucking 2026, bro. Get a solid state drive. I say, still having a mechanical hard drive, but I said I need to replace that shit. So, oh, is this about the voice actor?
Yep.
Mega Man thing.
This is the
Yeah.
next one here. Ben Diskin, the lead voice actor in Mega Man 11, has said that he will not reprise his role for Mega Man Dual Override, as the game's publisher Capcom would only permit him to return without the protections of a union contract. In response, Actors Union SAG-AFTRA has now issued a do not work order against the upcoming Mega Man Dual Override, claiming the Japanese company has failed to initiate the signatory process necessary to hire unionized actors. Quote, please be advised that the producer of the video game production entitled Mega Man Dual Override has failed to initiate the signatory process. The union wrote, as such, SAG-AFTRA members are hereby instructed to withhold any acting services or performance of any covered work for this production until further notice from the union. Accepting employment or rendering services on the game could now result in disciplinary action from the union. Consequently, Diskin has declared he is no longer the voice of Mega Man.
So this is the thing that Capcom does, where they're really flighty about their voice talent. There are some people that they will employ for years and years and years. Like Ruben Langdon has been the voice of Dante in Devil May Cry since DMC3.
Has the voice of Leon
But
always been the same?
the voice of Leon has changed, but that's less about like an employment thing. It's more about like it goes long enough between games that the character just ends up getting recast. Like the time between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 was so long that they just hired a different guy, and between 4 and 6, again, they hired a different guy. Although for the movies, they did get the guy from 4 to do one or two of them, the CGI movies that they did. Um, and then the guy who played him in 6, who's Matt Mercer, actually, of Critical Role.
Great guy.
He played him in again one or two of the CGI movies, but the current guy, Nick Apostolides, he has, because it's been so short from the 2 remake to the 4 remake to now to 9, they've kept him on. But like there have been times where they've had actors who were pretty consistently characters, and then just no, we're recasting them. Oh, next game we're recasting them, even though it's not that much time. Like they're never like predictably consistent. Like it's always been a thing with Capcom. But the reason why this is such a big deal is because of guarantees that they won't use voice data to train AI. Now, I was reading what Diskin said about this. And he said that the contract that they offered, the non-union contract, said that they wouldn't train AI with the voices. But the thing is, that's really only enforceable if there's legal pressure to not do that. And if you just have a direct contract with the actor and not like through the union, what is the actor going to do if they decide to go back on that contract? Sue them? Capcom's a huge, huge company, and he's just like he's a working actor. He can't afford to do a lawsuit against them if they break the contract. This is why unions are so important.
Yeah.
Because the union can afford to, because they collect dues from actors.
I do have his quote here. He said, I was told there are full AI protections in place that guarantee in writing that my voice will never be used for AI development, but was also told with certainty from Capcom that the project will not go union. While I certainly appreciate the acknowledgement of the concern around AI, working without a contract I can realistically enforce isn't something I can risk. The only way to enforce non-union contracts like this involves personally taking giant corporations like Capcom to court and suing if I thought they'd used AI. I don't have the mental, emotional, or monetary strength to survive a protracted legal fight. In my heart, I want to believe Capcom would never use AI, but in my head, I'm aware that basically every major corporation is looking to incorporate generative AI to save money. The video game industry is facing record layoffs and huge amounts of uncertainty. I need a union contract to stay safe, to feel safe.
Yeah, because voice actors are not like huge Hollywood celebrities that make millions of dollars on stuff. Like they just get paid scale, right? So they get like, $200 an hour, which sounds good, except that, voice acting for games, at least, something like this, games that have like a shit ton of dialogue would take a lot of sessions, but he could probably do Like I don't know how much voice acting would be, but it's a fucking Mega Man game.
Yeah,
This
depending
game
on the
only
game,
has
you
so
could be
much
done
stuff.
in like 3 hours, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. You it could be done in a single session.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have like a 3 hour session, I mean the from what I understand, you're guaranteed at least 2 hours of pay. So even if you only work for a few minutes, you still get like $400. But if you do a 3 hour session, that's $600.
Mhm.
And then that's it. That's all because he's not getting royalties
No.
or anything
No.
on the game. So he and most voice actors, unless they get into like a huge production, like in a movie or something, where there are residuals, he can't afford to do a lawsuit like that. Like so there's really he's got no safety net there, which is why the well, there's a few things. When SAG merged with AFTRA, my understanding of it, and I'm not an expert on this. My understanding of it is that things got better for voice actors because SAG is more of a movie thing, whereas AFTRA was like television and radio. And so when those two unions merged, now you had people who like better understood TV and radio actors, like voice actors, for example. So like things, you know, um, got a lot better, and it does seem like that's the case because you have seen the now merged SAG-AFTRA taking way more initiative with regards to the way actors in video games are treated because now it's they're not just looking out for like movie stars, it's all the little people who work on these little weird voice projects like web series and audiobooks and whatever, right? Like all sorts of stuff, not just like big motion pictures.
Mhm.
um and they have done a really good job. I mean, they have issued do not work orders on a bunch of stuff like this. There have been strikes that they've authorized.
Oh
They're
yeah.
now, taking it seriously, which is good because with the AI voice cloning, like that that could put you out of work if you're a
Of
voice
course.
actor. If
Yeah.
they say, we can save some money, we can save $600 and not pull someone in here to record for 3 hours. You know, a lot of them will do it. Although, as we were talking about before the show, and I am going to read this, I still have the article up just in case you were going to bring this up. Um, Arc Raiders, now, this is from GameSpot. Arc Raiders now has fewer AI voices as dev re recorded lines amid controversy. So, like I said before we recorded, that's not quite good enough, but it's a step in the right direction. But a quote that I want to read here from Patrick Soderlund, the head of Arc Raider Studio Embark, uh, said, "We re recorded some of the lines post launch and made them with real voices," he explained. "There is a quality difference. A real professional actor is better than AI. That's just how it is." So here we have a case of a studio that did use AI for some of the voice acting, now admitting, yeah, you know what? Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we should have just gone with real people right from the beginning. That's great. Not everybody's going to feel that way. Not everybody's going to actually give a shit about the quality of the performance if, for example, all they care about is the money that they can save. So, yeah, I mean, getting to play an iconic character like Mega Man, like that's a big deal, but I can totally understand him stepping back if he's
Yeah.
not going to have union protections because it's just too much of a risk.
And now they've forced Capcom's hand. Now they kind of either have to form a union contract with him or someone else, or they don't have a voice actor.
Well, there. So this is actually why a lot of stuff gets recorded in Canada, including
Mm,
Capcom recording stuff in Canada. Like
mm.
you'll remember that the the original voice of Claire Redfield was Lunette the Clown because there's no SAG in Canada. There is ACTRA, um, My understanding, and again, not an expert, my understanding is that actors' rules are maybe not as strict as SAGs or something, or maybe just the rates are cheap enough that it's worth doing a union contract. Again, we are talking about the Canadian dollar here.
Mm.
This is also why a lot of things, like the X-Files, for example, shot like the first 4 seasons of the show in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's cheaper to film in Canada.
Suits was filmed in Toronto.
Yeah, lots of shows are, lots of movies are. I remember seeing places that were very identifiably Toronto in the second Resident Evil movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spot that is in our hometown that you can see in the first Silent Hill movie.
Yep.
I went out and I watched them film scenes for that movie here. Yep. I skipped school to do it.
Yeah. I went on break during work.
Yeah. So they might just go with with a Canadian cast, or maybe they'll go somewhere else where so Screen Actors Guild has what's called Global Rule 1, which is don't work for any production that doesn't have a union contract. I'm not sure exactly what the legality of them enforcing penalties on actors who do. They basically they fine you. Mm-hmm. If you work for a non-union production, you get fined some amount to the union. I don't know if they can actually enforce that outside of California. In California, they definitely can. I don't know if they can do it outside of California. They would certainly like you to not take any non-union work, which, makes sense because
the whole idea is
the
to
union
protect you.
Yeah, the union only works if you work with the union,
yep.
right? And they can't protect you if you're willing to say, okay, I'll do non-union work, because then more and more productions are incentivized to not do union work, and then the protection that the union offers is gone because,
it got a leak.
Yeah, you got nobody standing their ground, right? Mm-hmm. But like they might go to Canada to get. I mean, it wouldn't even be the first time Canadian actors have played Mega Man characters. That Mega Man cartoon from the 90s, all Canadian actors.
Could also be a silent protagonist. It's not like they haven't done that in Mega Man. So
if they were planning on recording stuff, because like this isn't going to affect the Japanese performance, so there's going to be Japanese voice acting. But who knows? Maybe they'll just stick with the Japanese voice acting. Wouldn't be the first time for that in a Mega Man game either.
Yeah.
They fucking did that for X5 and X6.
There you go. Well, we'll see how that turns out. I'm sure it'll be in the news when they pick a solution.
I do hope that they reconsider, because, like, again, it's just scale. Like, it's not. Mm-hmm. If it's only $200 an hour, like, how much money are you really saving?
I know. I don't understand it either.
It's not that much, guys.
All right, next up, we got two more news articles here to go through. This one's kind of lengthy, so excuse me while I explain it all, because it's actually quite interesting. So Jeff Kaplan, the former boss of the Overwatch team, has finally revealed why he left Blizzard after nearly 20 years with the company, pinning the blame on extreme financial pressures on the game to deliver for Activision Blizzard. Kaplan announced his departure from Blizzard in August of 2021, with the controversial Overwatch 2 still in development at the time. Now Overwatch, because they dropped the 2. Kaplan joined Blizzard in 2002, where he started as a designer on World of Warcraft, developing quests for the then upcoming MMORPG. He eventually was credited.
That's a hell of a debut.
Right? He eventually was credited as a game director on WoW. And then in 2009, Kaplan spearheaded an unannounced project at Blizzard called Titan, an ambitious new MMO that was eventually canceled in 2014 after tens of millions of dollars was spent on its development, which eventually turned into...
Because they were like, wait, should we really be competing with our own game?
That was a really stupid decision. But it did. But they took the assets from it, and they took the ideas from it, and they made Overwatch. Now, 5 years after he left, Kaplan has returned to the public eye to announce his new game, The Legend of California, and to tell his side of the story in a sweeping interview with Lex Friedman. I think that's how you say his name. Kaplan discussed his career so far, and as part of that, opened up on why he left Blizzard. So he pointed to the Overwatch League, Overwatch's dedicated esports series that revolved around city-based teams mirroring traditional sports leagues, as being the major derail. According to Kaplan, who believed in Overwatch League and helped pitch it, It was oversold to partners who then applied an increased pressure on the Overwatch team to deliver not just in-game support for the league in terms of team skins, esports, spectator camera control, Twitch integration, but to pressure to generate more revenue. Quote, where it got away from us was there was a lot of excitement about Overwatch League, like too much so. And then it got over-marketed to the people buying the teams. They went on this roadshow where they had a deck, and you could put anything in a deck and sell anything. And they were pretty much selling the Brooklyn Bridge that Overwatch League was going to be more popular than the NFL. We got a bunch of billionaire investments in these teams. Commitments made for Overwatch League pulled resources away from what Kaplan actually wanted to do with Overwatch, which was to build on the game itself with new events and new heroes. Quote, and so all of your plans at that point kind of go out the window. You're not going to work on new world events. You're not really even focused on Overwatch 2. You're just treading water. There was a lot of talk of, oh God, the deal didn't go well, and we've got to make goods to make the deal better for them. I'm like, just give them some money back. If the deal wasn't what people wanted, putting it on us, the team, to support this beast. It was a great idea that with the wrong instincts, and I don't know how to phrase this in a way that's not damning, but there was too much focus on let's make money fast, really fast. And a lot of people got dragged into it. The financial reality then...
That is basically the way you could describe most problems on the business side of this industry, or any industry, really.
Yeah, being too greedy.
You want all of it right now.
Yeah. The financial reality then kicked in, Kaplan said. Now we didn't just have executives at Activision and Blizzard who cared about the bottom line of Overwatch. We had all these people who basically invested in the game, and then they started to express their opinions. After it became clear Overwatch League wasn't going to deliver NFL levels of money, obviously.
Yeah, which it never was going to.
No. Everybody quickly defaulted back to, hey, didn't Overwatch make like $500 million just in the live game last year? What can we sell and what can you give us? The pressure comes onto the team at that point, and then the pressure to ship Overwatch 2 and all care and love that we had for the live game. Let's just make events and new heroes and new maps. We're losing all of these resources. Kaplan said he believed in Overwatch 2, saying the Overwatch 2 out now is not the PvE version that Blizzard had announced.
No.
Blizzard
We've
has
known that for a long time.
Yeah, Blizzard has since reverted the Overwatch 2 to simply Overwatch. Overwatch 2 and Overwatch League eventually became an albatross, ruining what he felt was very much a good thing. It felt like we were running Overwatch and we were very, very successful and doing a good job, and I think the fans were happy. Kaplan then revealed a meeting with Activision's team CFO, which he described as the biggest fuck you moment I had in my career. What ultimately broke me and my Blizzard career was I got called into the CFO's office, and he sits me down and he gives me a date, which at the time was 2020 and was going to slip to 2021. But at the time it was 2020. And he said, Overwatch has to make blank amount of money in 2020. And then every year after that, it needs a recurring revenue of blank. And then he says, and then he says to me, if it doesn't do blank dollars, we're going to lay off 1,000 people, and that's going to be on you. And that was the biggest fuck you moment I had in my career. It felt surreal to be in that condition. Yeah. Kaplan went on to say that he thought he'd retire at Blizzard, but that meeting was the straw that broke the camel's back, and he left the company a year later. Quote, as someone who's worked on a lot of games, made a lot of games, you get in these meetings where they're like, Fortnite has 14,000 people working on it. If you just hire 1,400 people and make it free to play, we'll make that money, right? I had believed I would never work at any place but Blizzard. I loved it. It was part of who I was, and I thought I was part of it. And I literally thought I would retire from the place. I never thought the day would come, but that was it. We're done here. Luckily for Blizzard, that CFO is also no longer working there.
Thank God.
Activision's Blizzard, then CFO, was Dennis Durkin, who left in May of 2021.
Good.
Thought it was an interesting story. Some big reveals there. Nothing that's too shocking, but I mean, like,
big reveals that we
already
kind of
know.
Assume really would do something along those lines. But like I did hear about that. I'm going to lay off 1,000 people. It'll be on you thing. I did hear about that the other day.
Like,
how
insulting. Like, fuck you.
Part of me was like, yeah, okay, that sounds like an executive thing to do. But there was actually a part of me that was shocked. Like, I knew it was bad, and at a certain level, I knew it was that bad. But like to actually see that in writing was like, actually, it turns out there is still a way to shock me with how bad it can get in this industry.
I can't believe if he like didn't just laugh in his face and said, I quit. Bye.
But the thing is like, Well, I mean, yeah, but you worry like, oh, what's he gonna then say? Is he gonna say, oh, well, I'm gonna fire that 1,000 people now, right? Like, is he gonna like? Because if he's willing to say that shit, you don't know how low this asshole can go.
I'm surprised it took him a year to leave. Like a year after
My
being told that, I would have
my
been.
assumption is that he was trying to wind down as gracefully as he could and like
Maybe
secure as many jobs for as many people as he could.
Yeah.
You know, like even if it's absolutely not your responsibility, when somebody puts that kind of pressure on you, you start to feel like it is. Like it is really, it's just disgusting psychological manipulation. It's just mind
gross.
games bullshit, but it's talking about other people's jobs, right?
Yep.
Like that's it's a hostage situation.
It is.
It's
what like
he's putting people's not their lives but their livelihood.
It's not even that. It's like you know, like the team is not making these decisions. You are. So how is it my fault?
Yeah,
if it doesn't accomplish this,
because he's like, oh, if we're successful, it's all because of us executives. But if we fail,
it's because of
you guys.
Yeah, like go fuck yourself.
It's just complete deflection of responsibility.
Yeah,
it's fucking garbage.
Yeah,
and like the fact that it both does not and does surprise me is
telling.
It's
about how bad it is. It's terrible.
It really is as bad as we think it is, and in some cases even worse.
Yeah.
Which we already kind of knew it was, but like I said, to have it in writing, to have actual confirmation of it is just I don't see how you could not be surprised, even if you're as cynical as we are. It's really
gross.
Like to have it not to have it implied, but to just have it like directly stated as a threat like that is it's beyond horrifying. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, like I just can't imagine being in that position. Although I somewhat can, because I worked at a place that obviously I won't say, but I worked at a place where basically I got pulled into a meeting, and with two other. Basically, I got pulled into a meeting by the CEO, let's say, and with my two bosses at the time. And we all got reamed out for something that we were responsible for that we didn't catch, that I guess some other supervisor had caught and reported to the CEO. And I had actually reported that change to one of the bosses that was in the room. And so I was sitting there waiting,
knowing that you'd done your part,
waiting for that boss to say something and take responsibility that they didn't take my information and do something with it. Nope. Yeah. And I regret every single day of my life. Every time I think about that moment, I'm like, you should have said something. You should have buried that bitch. You should have buried her.
But the thing is that who are they going to believe, the employee or the boss? Like as much as you'd want to be like, fuck you, I did the right thing.
I should have got it in writing. I should have emailed my boss this information instead of just saying it to them, and then I would have been like, here's the email.
Yeah, but you never think, oh, they're going to be incompetent. You think, I've done my job.
Yeah, now, and it's not even incompetent. Like, they
maybe
were lazy.
Just slipped their mind or whatever.
No. they did not take me seriously, and so anything I said was just not listened to. And I was like, it's gonna bite you in the ass one day.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was
in that case, I kind of would have sat there and I would have enjoyed seeing them get chewed out.
Oh, I was staring a hole through her head the whole time, because I'm like, I wasn't even like tuning into what the CEO was saying at that point, because I was like, I know this isn't directed at me. It's not. It is directed at me, but I know it's. I know I did nothing.
You did your, yeah.
So I was just like, say something, you bitch. Do it.
It sucks that it's so often you can't just do your job. You have to like cover your bases to make sure that if somebody else along the pipeline doesn't do theirs, it doesn't come back and fuck you over. And then sometimes even when you do that, it does anyway.
Yeah, sometimes when because then you're like a rat if you say something, and then it's like, well, we're all a team, and it's like, fuck you, we're not a team. She just threw me under the bus.
Like, are we? Or it's like, oh, well, this person is like my nephew and I can't fire them because it'll get me in shit
me.
with my sister. So I'm gonna put the blame on the salaried employee.
Why can't
or
people
whatever.
just be honest, good people and not fucking dumbass dicks?
Because they're greedy.
Yeah.
Because they're greedy. Because it's the kind of thing that makes people say, if you don't do this, I'm gonna lay off 1,000 people and it's gonna be your fault.
Your fault. Yeah.
Because they're just greedy and they don't care about anything else. Fuck those people.
Let's look up what this dipshit's doing nowadays. Dennis Durkin.
Hopefully nothing. But probably something.
Hold on. Oh no, that's never mind.
We have some comeuppance of some sort.
No, I thought he was complaining that his boss was telling him to do that, but no, I was reading it wrong. Where are you working now, sir? He's got a LinkedIn. Does his LinkedIn say where you?
Of course he does.
Well, he hasn't posted in 4 years. So I don't know what that means.
Hopefully he's not doing damage elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh wait. Executive in Santa Monica. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, hopefully he's fucked.
Hopefully nothing.
All right, let's get on to the last piece of news before we go out today. While we continue to wait for Valve to launch the Steam Machine
amidst. There we go. We got it.
We got there.
Together. We can speak.
I can't say the word. Painful hardware shortages. I'm not going to try anymore. It's over. At the hands of AI hyperscalers, the company has released some details on its verification program at GDC. Much like the Steam Deck.
This is for getting Steam Machine verified. As opposed to...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nobody knows when that thing's coming out now because of the RAM shortages.
No. Well, see,
Valve doesn't know.
There was a thing, right? I didn't report on it because it's convoluted at this point, but essentially it's at some point they put out a blog post. Valve put out a blog post, and in the blog post they said that we hope to ship Steam Machine in 2026. Now, if you remember, they said originally Q1 or spring 2026, and then it was moved to Q2 2026.
And then it was we hope.
And now it's we hope. And then they revised the writing of we'll be shipping in 2026. And I'm like, will you? Will you?
Shipping doesn't necessarily mean on store shelves, though.
Yeah. I'm like, will you? I don't know, man. Yeah, so
if it ships on December 31st, 2026, that's still technically shipping in 2026.
I think even if it does ship in 2026, it's going to be just like the Steam Deck where they did waves of shipments.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So like you're going to, unless you're in the first wave of shipments, you're going to be waiting a year or two or three anyway.
Have to be. Like even if it wasn't before, and it probably would have been before, with the RAM shortages, like I don't realistically think there is any way that they're just going to have 100,000 of them on store shelves launch day. Like I think they're probably going to be shipping
they're only purchasable on the Steam store. They've confirmed.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be like here's the first 10,000 to go out, and then in 2 weeks here's the next 10,000 or something like that. Yeah,
it's going to be
like it's going to have to be in waves with the RAM shortage because they're like it's going to depend on when they're able to get RAM because like I think it was Kioxia said that their storage commitments were sold out through 2026. Like for like they make like stored like hard drives and stuff, right? And I believe I'm pretty sure it was Kioxia said that all of their capacity to make hard drives has been spoken for, so you can't buy a hard drive from them this year. All of those hard drives, the ones that are not even yet manufactured, are already spoken for. They've been purchased in advance. So if you want to get a Kioxia hard drive order, you're gonna have to get it in for 2027.
Yeah, it's the Steam Machine might be the first to come out before the next Xbox and the next PS6, but it might not be as far away as we think it is at this point. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, much like the Steam Deck, one of the big selling points for the Steam Machine is going to be the Steam Machine Verified program that'll let you know at a glance whether or not a game.
That's what this was all about in the first place.
Yeah.
We got off track there.
Yeah, whether or not a game will run well on the Steam Machine. We've known that this program was a thing since Valve announced its mini gaming PC back in November, but at GDC, Valve laid out the actual requirements. The biggest difference from the Steam Deck's...
This will be a lot easier because this is an x86 processor, so it's and it's like a desk. Well, is it a desktop or is it a laptop CPU?
I do not remember. I think
actually for that size, it might be a laptop CPU.
Yeah, I'd have to look into the details. I don't know if they've revealed
so
the
exact okay.
details.
Then maybe it won't be easier because like getting games to like run well on laptop hardware.
Did you say the CPU or the GPU?
The CPU.
Because it's got some details here. Blah, 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 blah. That's the GPU. No, it doesn't say. Never mind.
What's an embedded GPU? I think. Yes. It's one of the Ryzen like APUs where it's got the CPU and the GPU on the same die, like the game consoles.
It says the GPU will be the equivalent of a Radeon R6 7600M.
Okay, so when they say equivalent, they definitely mean it's an onboard GPU, which for that size is fine. Like you're not going, again, because the GPUs are so big, you're not going to be able to fit them in. Like you can't fit a dedicated GPU in a package that size. It's not possible. It won't fit. And the price, if they want to keep it under $1,000, also not possible. So the integrated graphics is the way to go. And honestly, like, integrated graphics are really good these days. Back in like the 2010s, when they were just kind of starting out with that stuff, they were not so good, especially the Intel ones. I mean, the Intel integrated graphics have never been amazing, but they're considerably better now.
Right. So Steam Machine Verified is the following. All deck verified games are machine verified pretty much automatically.
That makes sense.
With the exception of one particular thing, which we'll go into in a second.
I mean, the machine is probably more powerful than the deck, so that would make sense.
Same input expectations as the Steam Deck. 30 frames per second.
Minus a touchscreen, I assume.
Yeah.
The Steam Deck has a touchscreen, right?
I don't know, actually. I don't have one, so I'll have to look into that.
My brother-in-law has one, but I've never actually played it, so...
30 frames per second. Sorry, did I say 30? I don't know. 30 frames per second at 1080p for verified performance. It says 6x Steam Deck. I don't know what they mean by that.
6 times Steam Deck?
Performance has to be 6 times the Steam. That seems unreasonable. Steam Deck's pretty beefy. So I'm not sure what they mean by that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Not testing display resolution or legibility. I don't know what that means either. Not testing display resolution or legibility.
Oh, maybe it means that they're not going to be testing that because they'd have to test it for the deck because it's a small screen.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually,
but with the Steam Machine, it's your monitor. They're not going to be able to test for readability on your monitor. They don't know what monitor you have because every Steam Machine or every Steam Deck, pardon me, has the same screen.
Yeah,
it's the one that they make or that they purchase.
And then it needs to have an updated API to detect the hardware automatically as well, which all the Steam Deck games that are verified do, so that you boot it up.
Yeah,
and
so they'll just release the Steam Machine API.
Yeah, it just goes into like Steam Deck mode, basically.
Yeah.
The biggest difference from the Steam Deck's verified program is that for a game to be verified on Steam Machine, it needs to run at least 1080p with 30 frames per second. Beyond that, any game that's verified on Steam Deck already will automatically be verified on Steam Machine. Valve can carry over that verification.
And that makes sense, because they're going to want to be able to target the higher resolution screens, because the Steam Deck screen is 1280 by 800.
Mm-hmm. Valve can carry over that verification because, like with Steam Deck, a game needs to be able to use a controller 100% of the time to earn that green checkmark anyway. Valve is also working on making more games playable on SteamOS as a whole. In the same presentation, the company claims that it's working on improving SteamOS's anti-cheat support. Developers should be able to opt in to bring their anti-cheat programs over to SteamOS, which should allow more competitive games to run on the Steam Machine, the deck, or whatever other hardware people choose to install SteamOS onto.
That has been an ongoing thing, because SteamOS, most of those games are not Linux based. They're using the compatibility layer Proton, to basically fake Windows compatibility on Linux. Apparently works really good to the point that I've been looking into installing Linux. I've actually been playing around with a couple different distributions of Linux, just to familiarize myself with them because I don't want to fucking go to Windows 11. Um, but the thing is, a lot of these anti-cheat solutions, because they rely on being able to look at your other processes, uh, they need to run on actual Windows because through emulation, it's not going to be the same. They're not going to be able to do their job. And so, in a lot of cases, they just straight up don't allow you to play those games online
Right.
on SteamOS or any other Linux-based operating system because they can't get their anti-cheat to work. And that's kind of a problem because you've got a lot of people playing online games on Steam, like Elden Ring, I believe. The anti-cheat doesn't work on Steam Deck, and so I don't know if they don't allow you to play online or if they don't matchmake you with people who have got their anti-cheat verified or whatever. But
It
Elden Ring,
does.
very popular game.
Yeah, it does say Valve acknowledged that there's still issues with kernel level anti cheat and secure boot. So
Yeah.
they're aware of it. I don't know
Mhm.
what the solution is, but it's up to them to figure it out.
I assume it's going to be a combination of uh, some kind of further compatibility layer enhancement, and also probably working with developers. Because the thing is, developers are incentivized to have this stuff running on Steam Deck because how many Steam Decks did you say they sold? Several million, right?
Let's see, Steam Deck sales. Well, carry on. I'll get the number when I find it here.
Well, the thing is with
3.7
with
million.
3.7 million.
That was
Okay,
at
so that's not bad.
that was at the as of the end of 2024, so it's probably much higher.
Okay, so they're probably at 4, maybe even 5
5
million at
million.
this point.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course there are the other handheld gaming PCs. Now most of those do run Windows, but Valve is also going to be within the near future. I don't know if they have an exact date set, but they are working on verifying other hardware to be SteamOS compatible. I mean, technically you could run SteamOS on anything because it's Linux, so you can just get it from them. But it is very specifically optimized for the deck. But they are working with other handheld gaming PC manufacturers to get SteamOS compatibility. In fact, I think there's one that's coming out soon that is going to be like the first one to have official SteamOS support in a non-Valve product. But because it's a growing market, and because Linux adoption is actually up more than it's ever been, it is going to be more important for developers to include that kind of support. So I assume they're going to say, okay, we'll work on our end, guys, but you also need to work on yours and have some kind of Linux compatible solution. That's my guess, at least. Because, like, what are they going to do? Account for every single possible anti-cheat method? Like,
No.
that's a lot of work to put on them.
I
So
wish.
I assume.
Who's the guys that make Valorant? Is it Riot? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I don't
the.
know. I never
I
played
think
Valorant.
it's Riot. They need to license out their anti cheat software. I've heard it's like really good, like really good. It's working like bangers for them. Because it takes into account like it's not just like looking for certain things. It's like taking into account kill streaks and patterns of player behavior, and like it's basically like actively analyzing you
Yeah,
playing
well,
the
it's
game.
probably a machine learning thing. That's
Could be,
that's
yeah.
one of the things that I thought was a good use for machine learning is
Mhm.
like have a system that learns to recognize suspicious behavior. Like, hey, if player A killed player B and there's no straight shot between them and they were killed with a bullet weapon, that's kind of suspicious. That sounds like they were shooting through a wall.
Yeah, it also like takes into account like how many kills you're getting versus how many kills everyone else is getting. So like if you're like a ludicrously amount of kills and
Yeah.
like your accuracy is super high and stuff like that, it'll it'll be like,
And I imagine it
you can't be
probably
that
also
good.
checks it against like your like
You're average and
your skill based matchmaking
yeah,
rank.
yeah.
Because if it detects that you're playing against a bunch of people who are new to the game, then it might be like, okay, well, yeah, they're probably going to dominate. But if it's against other like top tier players
Mhm.
and you're somehow dominating, yeah, that would be cause for suspicion.
I was watching like examples of it happening and stuff, and it's really cool because like it's not instantaneous. It watches and it learns and it thinks.
Oh yeah, because you don't want to get false positives because you don't
No,
want to ban like legit players from your game. Then they're
and
not going to play anymore.
it has done that. It has mistaken really good players for
There are
cheaters.
always going to be a few false positives, but I
Yeah,
would hope that that stuff gets worked out pretty quickly.
yeah. Their customer service is apparently very good.
Okay.
But I've
Yeah.
seen like basically what it does is it bans the cheater. Whether I'm sure there's like an offense system, so first offense, second offense, third
Yeah.
offense, all that crap, right? Severity. But it does that. It cancels the game, sends a red screen message to everybody, says a cheater has been detected and removed, and then it tells you that your stats have been reset to
Yeah,
before
they're
the
not going to be
match,
affected by the
so
ban.
it will
Yeah.
not be affected, and it just ends the
Yeah.
match. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
So it's a very smart
that's
way
a
of
good
doing
way
it.
of doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the most fair way of doing it. It punishes the cheater, doesn't punish the players who play fair, and
Yeah, and
weeds them out.
nobody is gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh man, we were doing well. Oh wait, somebody was cheating.
Yeah,
Okay, well then either we weren't doing well because the cheater was on our team, or we
yeah,
were getting fucked because the cheater was on the other team. Like, yeah, I don't think anybody who takes fair play seriously is gonna go, oh no, they canceled our match because someone was a cheater. They shouldn't have done that. It's like, well, the match is tainted, so
exactly. There is an editor's note before we move on to just gonna go on this Valve article here that says what happened to 4K 60. So this is a little lengthy. I'll try to get through it quickly though.
yeah.
When Valve first showed off the Steam machine, it made a big deal out of it being able to play most games at 4K with 60 frames per second as long as FSR is enabled. While it seems like that target is incompatible with the verified program only requiring 1080p at 30 frames per second, it actually makes a lot of sense. After all, if you turn FSR to performance mode on a 4K display, this game is going to be rendering at 1080p anyways. It might have been yeah, it's getting to the end of the
You
show.
do it.
It might have been nice to see Valve stick to its marketing and say that the Steam machine is still a 4K 60 machine, but with the GPU being the equivalent of a Radeon R6 7600M, 1080p at 30 frames per second is a much easier bar to clear. Steam Machine will probably lose some of that performance upscaling to 4K with FSR, but as long as the game has some breathing room over that 1080p 30 frames per second minimum, it should have no problem being playable at that higher resolution, even if it isn't native 4K gameplay that we'd all like to see from a new gaming device in 2026.
Yeah, and this is why I'm not super concerned about 4K.
No.
It'd be nice to have, but like it's really demanding on the rendering.
Mm-hmm.
So having an upscaling system like FSR or DLSS, it just makes more sense from a performance standpoint. And when the game's in motion, you're not going to be able to tell. I mean, you can barely tell when the game isn't in motion. It's
Yeah.
only if you have like maybe like a really bad implementation of it,
Yeah.
or which these days is hard to do because FSR and DLSS are both fairly mature at this point. They've both been around for a few years and they've improved in leaps and bounds. But just like even when the games are standing still, it's hard to know the difference unless you've got
Agreed.
both of the like two PCs running them side by side, or you've got screenshots or video footage to compare between.
Even then, it's sometimes hard to tell.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Usually the only thing that gives it away to me is artifacts in the rendering, where there's like some really fine detail that gets like flickery or something. That's usually what gives it away to me. But other than that, like I remember Digital Foundry had a video on the latest version of FSR, and they were showing off Ratchet and Clank, and there was because the opening scene of that game is Ratchet and Clank. There's a big celebration for them for being like such cool, awesome hero guys, and there's all this confetti coming down. And the previous version of FSR messed up the confetti because it's such a small thing on the screen. That it was having trouble reconstructing it, and then the recent version it just looked like totally normal.
Yeah.
So, like they're improving it so fast that Like, honestly,
I
like
remember when
unless you've
FSR
got
was new, it was kind of
oh,
bad.
when FSR was new, it was bad
Yeah.
because it was just upscaling and sharpening. They weren't really doing much in the way of reconstruction. It was I think
And
really
when it
rushed
started
out the
doing
door.
that, it was bad. Like the artifacting was terrible. It was so
Yeah. Oh,
bad.
it was horrible, and I think they rushed it out the door to have a competitor with DLSS
Yeah.
when they should have just waited until
Mm-hmm.
they had what was FSR 2, which is not as good as DLSS,
No.
but is definitely better than FSR 1. And FSR has improved a lot. It's
Yeah.
still not as good as DLSS, but DLSS again, it is like a custom trained AI model on a per game basis. You're not really going to top that.
Yep.
So, but FSR works on anything, and DLSS only works on GeForce cards. So I can't use it.
They also said either way, unless the game doesn't run on SteamOS or support controllers, these requirements should mean that most PC games should have no problem earning a Steam Machine verified badge. But we'll have to
Yeah,
wait
and just because a
to
game
find out.
isn't verified doesn't mean that it doesn't
No.
work. It just means it's not going to give you the optimal performance. I mean, some of them don't work, but it's anything that isn't verified is a shrug, maybe.
I'm still a little surprised that Steam Deck 2 wasn't announced alongside all of these things. It's weird.
I don't think they wanted to take
Oh, the
the
attention away from the
focus away
machine.
from the Steam machine and from the Steam frame.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, that's all the news for today. There was a lot. There was a lot to get through there.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about today.
All right, that means it's time for let's screenshot. Let's go.
That was blah blah blah. I'm Catman.
Is this Yoshi's story?
Oh, yeah, no, it's not Yoshi's Story. It's too high res for that.
The one that
Um,
was on the Wii U?
oh, Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah, it kind of gives me that
Maybe,
background style and
or
color.
Yoshi's Woolly. Fuck, was it Yoshi's Crafted World or Yoshi's Woolly World?
No, Kirby's Woolly World, I think.
No, no, Yoshi. No, there
Kirby's
was
Epic Yarn.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then
It's not
Yoshi's
that
Woolly
one.
World.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Try Yoshi's Crafted World.
No, 58%. Whoa,
Ooh,
that's a low
probably
one.
not a Nintendo game then.
No, not thinking so. I don't know what this is that I'm looking at.
Neither do I. I can't even. It's just
Oh,
what?
oh, is this
Oh
like
God! It's gonna be
Carnival
some
games or something
shovelware.
like that?
Oh no! Oh God!
I'll try Carnival
Oh,
games. I don't think it is, but
the Wii is a huge blind spot for me because I
it's a
did
party
not
game.
have a
Yeah,
Wii.
we're not gonna know what
Oh
this is.
God! Oh God!
I can't
I have
even
no
remember.
idea. It could be anything. There's
Oh
so
wait,
much
it is a
shovelware.
Nintendo game because there's a Mii right there. Mii's weren't used in
Uh,
third-party games, right?
I don't know. I didn't have a Wii.
I don't think they were.
I don't think they were.
And that also
Um,
looks like Wii Sports text,
yeah,
but it's not. It can't be Wii Sports. There's no way.
yeah. In 2006.
Yeah, and you also
And
didn't
it's not.
fish either.
Yeah, it's not Wii Sports Resort because that came out in like
Oh, it was
2010.
it was that Wii. I think it was that they tried to make a Mario Party game, but it was like Wii
Oh, is it just
Sports.
Wii Party?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was called. It could be. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's not. Oh, but it's yellow.
Oh God!
What? It's
So
yellow.
it's another Wii something.
Maybe there was a.
Is
Maybe
there?
it's Wii Party. Oh no.
Uh,
Well, I'll just put Wii, and we'll see if there's anything that we chuck. Wii
yeah,
Sports Club.
Wii
That's got to
Sports
be it.
Club.
That's got to be it.
Okay, maybe
Oh, it's Wii
Wii Play.
Play.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
off!
I remember that one.
I
Wasn't that the
don't.
one that I think that was the one that sold the Wii Plus, or the Motion Plus? That was like the
No,
pack-in
no, because
game.
that came later. That came
Oh
later.
right, that was Wii Sports Resort that was pack-in
Yeah, it
with.
was Wii Sports Resort that had
Wii
that.
Play. I do remember Wii Play. It had yellow text. It was like the Wii Sports logo, but it was Wii Play, but with yellow text instead of blue text.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, pretty high res looking boards there.
Um, That just looks like a place that I had to climb up 50 times in Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's got to.
With sharp end. Maybe it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
No, that art style is a little bit more like Sea of Thieves ish. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those boards
art
look.
style. You're looking at one zoomed in screenshot of some busted wood.
I don't know, man. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is pretty like. I mean, it's not going to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I can't.
Just try it.
77%.
Okay.
This looks familiar.
I don't know what it is. Not getting anything from this.
I'm thinking Kana or maybe Atlas Fallen.
Try it.
I don't know if. Oops, oh, Jesus. No. Stadia and PC. What?
No.
There's no way it's not. It's not on a console. It has to have been ported because everything was ported.
Yeah,
off
but
of
they
Stadia.
usually only take the original release.
Yeah, it was definitely ported off of Stadia. I'm trying to think of what was exclusive to Stadia at the time.
Well, it's also on PC, so it wasn't exclusive to Stadia.
Well, like. It definitely has that Sea of Thieves art style, though. Gotta admit, it's very colorful.
It is kind of stylized, yeah.
I know I'm gonna know this.
I have no idea what this
Hack and
is.
slash RPG.
This is like Diablo's. No,
I know what
it's
this
some
is.
kind of Diablo-like.
Oh, I wonder if it's Hades.
I don't think Hades. No, because Hades launched on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also, this is not nearly cel shaded enough to be Hades.
So this swirl over here, I know what this is. I just can't.
I'm not getting enough bisexual energy from this for it to be Hades.
No, it's not Hades. No, but like that swirl, I recognize that swirl. The fuck is this?
I don't.
It's like a Diablo type game. It looks like. Shit, what is this?
I have no idea what this is.
It
Airship Syndicate.
It looks good. What is this? Oh. I think it's one of those League of Legends spin-offs.
Okay, I'm no help here.
Shit, I've played it. If it's what I'm thinking of, they made a couple of like action RPGs. I don't think I'm gonna get it though, but I'm pretty sure it's.
I'm checked out here because I've never played League of Legends or anything in that family of games.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh. Wait. Could this
figure that out?
This might be a the Darksider spinoff, actually, because that sword looks super familiar.
I've also never played any of those, although I should, because you're saying they're really good.
Yeah, they are. Well,
and you were right about Tomb Raider.
They're all very different from each other. That's the problem. 2 is definitely the best. I think this is Darksider's Genesis. That's what I'm going to go with here. It is! Yes!
Oh!
I knew I'd recognize that art style. I was trying to fucking nail it. Yeah, Darksider's Genesis. So this was the spin-off that was like an action RPG instead of a like a Zelda-like. Because the Darksiders games are like Zelda-likes with a little bit of God of War type combat. So yeah, I like the Darksiders games. 2 is definitely the best one. It's very, very much like a Zelda, like a classic Zelda, 3D Zelda, not the Breath of the Wild stuff, obviously. Definitely recommend it. 3 is more like a Souls-like, and then 1 is more like a God of War game.
I'll
very
pick them
different.
up next time they're on like Steam sale or something.
Yeah, you could probably get them for like $2. Honestly, they're probably super cheap now. No idea.
This is just no.
Yeah, I have no idea. What the fuck is that? Little plant things.
Oh wait, go back over them. Could those be troops? Could we be looking at an RTS?
Maybe. They're pretty low res troops, so it could be older. I don't know what it.
Yeah, or we're just zoomed out real far.
Yeah. 82%.
That looks like a base. That looks
Yeah.
like some kind of facility.
Could be a Company of Heroes, maybe.
Maybe. Try it. I have no idea what the RTS games are these days.
Nope, it's a 360. Oh, is it Halo Wars?
Halo Wars, yeah, could be.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were okay. Those games.
Oh yeah, that gives it away.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I tried the demo for Halo Wars and I was like, it's cool that they've come up with a control scheme that makes sense,
but it's still not a replacement for a mouse and keyboard.
Not super into it. Yeah. It's okay, but I'm just not like craving it. I can't believe they made a Halo Wars too. That's an NES game. I also can't believe that Halo Infinite is basically a sequel to Halo Wars 2 more than it is Halo 5.
Yeah, their storytelling is all over the place.
So I'm gonna say this is gonna be kind of an out there guess. Euphoria. That's UFOURIA, I think.
No, nothing. Oh, Euphoria, the saga.
Yeah, there you go. Try that.
No. It is old though. You sure it's not a Game Boy game?
With no, those colors? There's color. Yeah, there's color.
Game Boy was like green, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's blue in there. I suppose it could be running on a Game Boy Color.
Yeah. But I don't recognize this at all,
though. Yeah, I don't.
Besides that, it's either an NES or a Game Boy game. I don't really know.
Yeah.
It is Game Boy.
Oh wait, Game Boy. Okay, so it's definitely running on a Game Boy Color, as there's pink there.
That's a key.
Kirby's Dream Land 2.
Nope, it's a platformer. Oh, this looks familiar.
Wario Land.
Nice.
There we go.
That would have given it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked those games. They were simple, but
I actually played a Wario Land game kind of recently because they have one on the Game Boy section in the Switch Online.
Mm-hmm. I think I have the Wario Land 3 cart on Game Boy.
Yeah, that's the one that they have on Switch Online. They're fine. There's a bunch of them. I don't think there needed to be that many, but they're fine.
No idea.
I'm going to say World of Goo.
Just because eventually that's going to be it.
Well, because of the color palette. No. Oh, I think this might be a DS game.
Could be Dead Cells, too.
Yeah, but look at how pixelated it is.
Probably be higher than a 79% too, with Dead Cells. Yeah.
I'm going to say this is a DS game.
Not sure which DS game, but and yeah. I'm blind on DS, so hopefully it's not.
Yeah, and this is where the pressure's on me because I played a lot on the DS.
It's a Wii and DS game.
Oh, ooh!
Is it Advance Wars?
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fates.
Jesus, that's a long ass name.
It's a long ass title.
Nope.
Damn it!
It's a platformer.
Fuck. Oh god. Oh god.
On Wii and
Wii and DS, and it's a platformer. What the fuck? You're getting some kind of time bonus. Oh god!
It almost looks like the Ninja Turtles surfing stage.
Well, I would say it kind of looks like Mega Man Zero, but it's not that because it's a GBA game. Those are good games, by the way. God, I don't know.
Oh, well, that helps.
Oh, it's a fucking Sonic. It's Sonic Rush. Try Sonic Rush.
Nope.
Oh Jesus. Sonic Colors. That's what it is. It's
That
Sonic
sounds
Colors.
right. Yeah. Nice.
That is a gorgeous game on the Wii, by the way. Like that's seriously one of the best looking Wii games there is.
Is this footage from the?
This is from the DS version.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks a little muddy.
Yeah, yeah, that was yeah. Honestly, it looks so good that I don't think they needed to do that remastered version. Except, it only runs at 30 FPS on the Wii. A Sonic game.
That's bad.
That's a problem.
Kind of like Sonic Frontiers were going at 30 frames per second. It's like, what the fuck are you thinking, guys?
Yeah, but that's an open world game. This Sonic Colors is like just a regular ass 3D Sonic game. True. But I guess that's the cost of making it look that fucking good. Like seriously, it looks like a 360 game.
This looks like Banished.
Honestly, it looks better than it probably is Banished. Try Banished. I think it is Banished. That's a good call. But like Sonic Colors,
it's not in their list.
Damn it. Sonic Colors looks better than Sonic 06. Like it's just so.
I think they said Sonic Colors was one of the most well-received Sonic games, if I recall correctly. So.
Yeah, it was very successful, or at least very critically successful. I don't know about financially.
If this isn't Banished, I don't know what it is yet. It's just
true. The textures are so the.
It looks like Banished.
Really well, it looks like Banished, but the textures also make me think of Halo. But I don't know of any like bushes that look like that in Halo.
Whoa, 89?
Texturing is very Halo-esque. Oh god, I don't know.
Yeah, we need more than this. I can't.
This is just grass.
Yeah, again. Grass and dirt. Switch exclusive. Looks like it's tile based.
Is this Dragon Quest Builders?
No. Damn it. No, I played that game to death, and this is a Switch exclusive, and I don't think Builders I played on PlayStation.
Oh right, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was on PlayStation as well. So is Switch exclusive?
Is there a Fire Emblem game?
Ooh.
I don't know what it would be.
It might be a Fire Emblem game. Fire Emblem Faith.
Three Houses? Maybe that was it?
Maybe Three Houses. Try that.
It is! Wow,
okay, so it was Three Houses.
Yeah, I can't get into that series. I can't get into the tactical.
Honestly, I haven't played a Fire Emblem game since the GBA. I want to try the GameCube one, but I've just never gotten around to it. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Summer Games.
Jesus. Oh, is this track and field?
Oh, yeah, it's track and field. I don't know why I looked at that and thought it would be Mario and Sonic.
It's not track and field. But it is an Olympic game, clearly.
Well, not necessarily.
There's 4 flags there. It's got to be something Olympic.
Yeah, but there's like international sporting events that aren't the Olympics. But it's an arcade game. The next thing I was gonna be like, not California games, but like what's one of those Epics titles. But it's clearly not that if it's an arcade game.
And it's time-based. 16... Oh, is that meters or minutes?
That's meters. That's like...
but then what's the second number? 16 meters, 54 inches or something?
Centimeters.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
I think it's like a long or like a triple jump.
It's got to be an Olympics game. It's got to be.
Yeah, but an arcade game. What's a fucking arcade?
Olympic Summer Games. We'll just go with Olympic Summer Games. Let's see what happens.
No, that's not an arcade game.
Is it?
No, it's not.
So there. What? Do you have another answer?
No, I don't. Okay. But I know that's not going to be it.
No. A sports game. Gee, thanks. We knew that.
And it's an older one too. Oh God, what fucking kind of like multi-event track and field / Olympic style sports game is there in the fucking arcade?
Yeah, this looks like an NES game. It's weird.
What arcade sports game is there outside of like NBA Jam?
1984. Holy shit balls. No idea.
It looks really good for 1984. So yeah, it's definitely an arcade game.
That's crazy.
International track and field? I got nothing else. I got nothing else. It's not going to be new international track and field.
Well, it didn't. It didn't.
I guess
show
you could try it.
Konami.
It's international track and field. It has to be. Just regular international track and field. It has to be. That's a Konami game. International track and field.
There isn't one.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Maybe it's ESPN International.
Hypersports. It's called.
I never even heard of that game. What the fuck? International. Hold on, I'm looking this shit up. International track and field. Is that a Konami game? I'm sure that it is.
Maybe that was what it was actually called. Was Hypersports.
Yeah, maybe international track and field is like the home version or something.
Yeah.
All right. International track and field. Oh, fuck me.
No, you can't find it.
No, you were exactly right.
It's called Hypersports.
Oh, international track and field known in Japan as Hyper Olympic in Atlanta. I'm betting if I go to track and field, also known as Hyper Olympic in Japan. Yeah, okay. So that's the Japanese name for
Okay. Okay, well, I'm considering that a win then.
Yeah.
All right. What the is this? This looks like medieval. Like the stage select for medieval, I think. No.
Right.
No, actually, no. It's a different art style.
Yeah, and it was an arcade. God damn it. So this was the sequel. Hyper Sports was the sequel. Now, yeah, it is the sequel to 1983's Track and Field. Is it just called Hyper Sports Worldwide?
Well, this one said it was just called Hyper Sports.
Known in Japan as Hyper Olympic 84. Okay, so this is the one where they didn't call it Track and Field, or fuck me. So I was technically right. It just was the wrong game in the franchise because I didn't fucking know it existed. Listen, man, sports games are not my forte, and the fact that I knew that Konami was the developer of that, like, I feel like I was like punching above my weight there.
That's why I said I'm considering it a win.
Yeah. That's fucking like asking us for Madden NFL like 2013 or something. That's the equivalent of that.
I don't know. What this
yeah,
is.
just try medieval. I don't fucking know. I can't tell from this.
I mean, it looks like a stage select screen. It's medieval, isn't it?
Oh, fucking
we're gonna put that on a T-shirt at some point.
I could remember the subtitle of the second game. Fear Effect. Fear Effect. Try Fear Effect.
No, PS3 360.
Oh fuck. Well, I'm screwed. Catherine?
Yeah, it looks like Catherine.
It's got the blocks.
Yeah, I think it's Catherine.
Try Catherine.
Yeah, it is Catherine.
Hey! All right.
I really like that game, except for the block part.
Hold on, your audio's cutting out for me. I'll be right back.
God damn it.
All right, I'm back.
I really like that game, except for the block part. Everything else around it, I'm like really interested in, like all the social dynamics and all the story elements.
But the visual novel stuff, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, but then you get to the block part, and I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah, it's just what I wanted out of a visual novel, less gameplay. I say that, but I actually really like Snatcher. Oh fuck. Nintendo? I'm gonna long shot guess Nintendogs here.
90%. Spore?
Oh god.
No.
Could this be Dragon Seed? For the PS1?
Never heard of it.
It's 2 words. It's 2 words.
Oh.
Dragon Seed.
Dragon Seeds?
No, just Seed.
That's all I got.
Okay, maybe it is Dragon Seeds. Okay, try it.
No. It is a PS1 game though.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh,
Getting
no.
that. PS1's a blind spot for me, so.
This is where I would recognize it if it was something I'd played. Because, like, this is UI design. This is my shit. I don't. This looks like something out of a Sonic game. This is before Sonic was on PlayStation consoles. I don't know. Oh,
Bubsy? No, it doesn't. Bubsy doesn't look this good.
no. Damn it! I don't recognize this.
Oh, is this Ape Escape? It's a net. Although I don't think he ever had a sword though.
Yeah. Are those the fucking triangles from Turok?
They do look like it, don't they?
I mean, let's be honest. A 3D triangle is going to look like every other 3D triangle.
Looks like the Triforce.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple shape.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Sword in a net? This and golden triangles? Yeah, this looks like a Zelda game. It's obviously not that.
It is Ape Escape.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
Escape.
So I'm just gonna have to go with the first one.
Try the original.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I never played Ape Escape.
Me either. I didn't know you had a sword in that game. Well, maybe it's not a sword. It looks more like a light. Maybe it's a light.
That's a sword, dude. That's a fucking sword.
But he's holding it in his hand. It's glowing.
Yeah, you hold swords in your hand, dumbass.
Yeah, but like
You really picked a bad way to phrase that.
That was a bad way to phrase it. Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. Why is there cookies in the top left corner? Maybe I gotta play this game. People like it.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
We got 3 left. Oh, this is
Minesweeper.
Oh, I was gonna say Mario Paint. The Fly Swatter level?
It's probably the Fly Swatter level, but try Minesweeper.
Yo, yes! I never thought they would put that in there. That's crazy. I used to play the shit out of this. Developer, sort of unclear. Read the Wikipedia page. That's funny.
I can't believe I got it from boxes.
Boxes. I mean, it's an iconic image.
It's an iconic box. It's the default Windows box shading.
Yeah,
oh
it
God,
is.
This could be anything. I don't fucking know. I'm getting like choice paralysis. Witcher 3, maybe. Kind of looks like Kaer Morhen.
Maybe. So I was thinking maybe Dragon Age Inquisition.
We'll try mine and we'll try yours. All right. I guess we'll try yours.
I don't think it looks like Dragon Age now, though. And I don't think Inquisition would have got an 86.
Didn't people really like that one?
It was, 86 is pretty high. I was thinking more like an 80. But we can try it. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, it's a 360 Xbox One exclusive. So it's a cross-gen exclusive. That's rare on that gen.
Now, so we looked at what looked like a fantasy castle, and now we're very clearly seeing a shotgun.
Yeah. Where you're fighting a bear.
State of Decay 2? I don't know.
I don't think so, but...
Was that a multi-platform game? I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't.
Fuck, I don't know.
We're gonna know this. I mean, if it's an exclusive to Xbox, we're gonna know this.
What's a fantasy game with guns that's exclusive to Xbox? It can't be Too Human, because that was only on the 360. And also, what did this get? What was the score of this game?
88.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh.
Too Human's not gonna get that.
No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. I don't know what this is.
What are you thinking?
Well, I started to get Tomb Raider vibes because you do fight a bear in Tomb Raider. Spoilers. Sorry.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the first one or not though.
That's not what the shotgun looks like. Oh, but you do get an upgrade to the shotgun.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll guess it. I don't think it is.
Sure.
It is Tomb Raider. It's Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Okay, well, I guess spoilers for the next game.
Wow.
There we go.
Pulled that one out of my ass. That's crazy. Because I was looking at it going, I remember a bear. Yeah. Is that the last one?
There's bears in the original Tomb Raider. Oh, this looks familiar.
This looks like, very Valve-y. doesn't it?
Well, this is like early 2000s, early to mid 2000s PC game. Is this? No, this wouldn't be Fear.
We always say it's Fear, and then it never
But
ends up being.
that's what Fear is. Just what games looked like on PC back then.
Well, I mean, we can guess it.
Yeah, go for it.
No. 89%?
Oh, Max Payne.
Max Payne?
Max Payne.
Yeah, that game does look like Fear, doesn't it? Nice job.
I remember that shot of the police car and the snow on the ground.
God, that guy's an ugly motherfucker, isn't he?
Come on. Sam Lake is a decent looking guy.
He is. That flat face that doesn't change.
Plastering his face. Polygon, yeah.
Not quite. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with the Max Payne remake that they're doing. Yeah. Should be interesting.
Maybe they'll have the exact same photo, but they'll have like.
But it animates.
No, they'll have like bump mapping on it or normal mapping, so that it actually extrudes from the
geometry. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Press Pause Gaming Podcast, episode 84. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Ninjas, also on BlueSky.
You can email us, co.op.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, so much more. Lots of stuff, actually.
Can we end this on the exact 3-hour mark? Oh, here it comes.
No.
5.
You screwed me. You screwed
3,
me.
2, 1.
Get back to gaming.
Patreon, end it.